Hi, Sheriff. Hi, Mariana. Just getting set up real quick. How are ya? What's going on? Thank you, Sarah. You want to read it? I'm trying not to knock this fucking mic out. Yeah, let me give you a little like on it. Can you see if my big problem at work will be solved or it's going downhill from here? Let's see. All right. Is your problem at work? Okay, so bullying, people lying, bullshitting, toxic workplace. Will it be solved? Okay, there's unfair treatment. I feel like some people, there's some sort of favoritism that happens. You say you're a Libra male. Let me see. Will it get sorted out? I feel like it's not that easy. They talk about there being kind of issue with I don't want to say it's short staffing because I don't think it's that. Maybe it's just people being like they don't have enough people with the certification that's needed or the necessary training. That's what they're talking about. And they're also talking about how like you can essentially avoid more of these problems or avoid more of these issues. I want to say that like I don't think you're going to escape this one. Your big problem at work, I feel like it's just going to continue. Okay? And it's unfortunate because, like you just trying to work. I can see that, but it doesn't look like it's going to be ending anytime soon. How I kind of see it playing out is that kind of feels like the people are gonna gaslight you. Okay. And I'm trying to be as blunt and honest as I can be. It looks like people are just gonna continue to gaslight you. Okay. They want you to crack under pressure, but essentially I would just try to stay as calm as possible. You know what I mean? Like I said, it feel like I don't know why I feel like it's a woman rule workplace or something like that or something like that. It's very toxic though, whatever it is. It's very toxic. Yeah, there's a lot of excuses on why they feel like they can't fire certain people. Like I said, there's favoritism that is happening for sure. All right. So it doesn't look like it ends here, unfortunately. However, this is, I feel like, the chance that you have to look for a better job, a better workspace. Yeah, they talk about people lacking, like I said, the training, okay, aspect, or like whatever you're certified in. It's like just a lack thereof. So they don't have anybody to replace these people. So they're not gonna do anything about it. They're not gonna do anything about it. Yeah, unfair advantage. They just keep talking about that favoritism bullshit. Yeah, play your position as calm and collected as usual. Continue and progress as usual. Try your best not to pay too much attention to what's happening. I understand that it can be very stressful, but there's nothing else that you can possibly do that you haven't already done. That's exactly what's going on. Okay? Yeah. It sucks ass. It truly does. If you're looking for a different job or one that you can actually like kind of more connect with, I do feel like that's on the horizon for you. It'll be later this year though. I'm feeling like more like mid-year, like November, around November area. So they talk about October and November being a transitional period would work for you. So if you're thinking about, you're like, shit, like I fucking hate this job. I hate all these fucking people. Like this is boring me. It's making me feel very uncomfortable. These people are blah 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 blah. All they do is talk shit. Da 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 da. I see another job coming around for you October, November. Okay. That has high potential to being something that you can actually have the space to breathe in versus whatever the fuck peanut gallery is going on right now. Like, I don't know how you put up with it. That's my honest opinion. I don't know how you put up with it. It would piss me off too. So, that damn no Jay. What's going on? That damn no Jay. I don't know. That damn Naj? That damn no Jay? I don't know. Super petty. It's just so, it's so petty. It's like high school bullshit. Abby, please, there ain't nothing to add you to, girl. You just came up in here. Read the rules, baby. Also, yeah, no, it's free reading for those I haven't seen. I have never seen you before, Straight Queen. So go ahead and if you have a question, post it. Please be as specific as possible, right? If you are like, okay, I don't know what to ask, but I'm here anyways, then what you could do, either think about your damn question or you can pick a general topic. So whether that be love, money, whatever. How are you? But yeah, there ain't no list or nothing like that. I know other people do lists. I got rid of lists a long last time ago. It's too stressful. I like just going off the cuff. It's OJ. I call myself dad because I look like Obama, and my bae is John. All right, all right, all right, OJ. All right, OJ. Do you know? You see when my Pisces man will return to me? Um, let's see. You said when he will return to you. So it's more like a if he will. If you do in general, straight queen. Pick a topic. Love, money, where da 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 da. Pick a topic. Spiritual, whatever. Cause I don't want the reading to drag type shit. You know what I mean? I want to give you a taste of what I can do for you. All right, so that everyone gets a taste. You know what I mean? Because I start running down on energy and shit. All right, let me see. All right, so do you see when my Pisces man will return to me? Your Pisces man, I do feel like this is a complicated situation, right? I can see even 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna be real. Like it's complicated because I feel like there's still so much love there. 2 weeks from now is really what I pick up on. There's so much love there. why is somebody being like, yeah, no, I gotta go type shit? Like something came up. Like that's what I feel like is coming up. Like someone's like, yeah, something came up. This is complicated. Like 2 weeks from now, I feel like this person's like this Pisces is like looking for some sort of help. Why I feel like this person makes the relationship more complicated than it has to be. I'm not understanding. Maybe it's family or friends or something like that. I'm not really understanding where he's coming from or where the Pisces is coming from. He or she, doesn't matter. He has a girlfriend who is a nightmare. Yeah, I'm not really understanding why he makes this shit so complicated. I don't, because it's him that makes it complicated. He has to move. Okay, I see. I see. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, I think the problem is in the security that the other person gives to him. First of all, he has no family security, right? So the girlfriend, I feel like, gives him security in some type of way. I don't feel like there's romantic involvement really there for him, other than the fact that he gets to kick his fucking feet up. And I'm sorry that that's just how it is. Like he kind of a little bit of a hobosexual, not homosexual, hobosexual, where I feel like whatever advantage that he can pick off of somebody, that's just something that he's gonna take advantage of. Like he just knows she's in a better financial situation than he is, and he's gonna kick his feet up. That's exactly what it is. So I don't feel like he's in love with this person that he's with. You know, I just don't see that. I don't see that at all. There's no love there. There's love, I mean, in y'all's situation, but I feel like that's from your end. You got to be real careful that he's not trying to like hop house. You know what I mean? Because like there's all this like sexual drama going on here too, where he is essentially having sex with multiple people, not just you, but also I feel like he's promising more than what he's actually going to give to this, the girlfriend. So like he's promising marriage or something, some type of stability there. That's not gonna happen. I feel like he's just, you know, coming formally and does love me. I don't think he. I feel like sexually he likes that shit. I don't see any love, and I guess it's maybe just because, like I said, he takes advantage of people. Like I said, I don't see any love necessarily. I don't see any romantic love. Yeah, he's playing. I mean, he wants sex. Like, that's what it is. Anywhere he can find, anywhere to lie his head type shit, when something goes wrong with a girl, that's where he's going to go. That's exactly where he's going to go. That's exactly where he's going to go. It's going to be soon, though. I'm just letting you know. Like, they keep talking about 24 hours, a week from now, literally any day now, they said. Okay, so that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. He a weird motherfucker. He nasty. Good luck, Mariana. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's up to you if you want to deal with that situation. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. Okay, so hi, Ruben. I was wondering if things will work out between me and Abby. Okay, OJ. Hi, Laurie. I am not enjoying this shit. The storm and shit. We didn't go out. Power didn't go out though. But hey, no, I'm not enjoying the cold. This shit is crazy. So, OJ, you said you and Abby. You and Abby, lifestyle differences, okay? Lifestyle differences. That's what I feel like is coming up in y'all's relationship. With your relationship with Abby is lifestyle differences. I feel like there's a lot of different things that you guys talk about when it comes. Yeah, slick talk. They said, oh shit, and I dropped it and buzz just came out. Slick talk, right? I feel like y'all talk about a lot of what you want out of a relationship. And then there's like this thing to do with like the history of all the times that you had to roll the dice with other people and how none of those situations ended up working out and it always end up bad for your mental. They talk about not being able to really express yourself, right? And I feel like with Abby, man, with Abby, this shit is gonna be complicated, OJ. Man, I feel like this is a situation of like she's still, there's some trauma here, and I it's kind of one of those situations where like you can tell her to like calm down and chill out, but I feel like there's always some sort of an escalation that's going to happen. Okay, and it comes from trauma. Comes from trauma. It's man, it's not like hatred towards you. That I don't feel like she feels any malice towards you in those moments. I truly do feel like she's just triggered. Like there's PTSD there, like big time, right? It's like you can't really tell. Like you can tell somebody to get help, or you can tell somebody that like you can't help them. But essentially, I feel like this is kind of where the relationship for you kind of always goes. What's your sign? What's your sign? There's only so much you can say though. Like I'm being for real when I say you can't fix her. Like there's no fixing that. That is something she has to fix on her own. And like this is giving like Scorpio vibes, which to me is like transformation vibes. It's like she needs to be able to transform herself or essentially fix herself. Meaning like she might have to hit a couple of walls before she actually hits that space to where she can get better. But I don't see it like getting better until she actually reaches the point of like no return. We're both Taurus, okay? Yeah, it's just stubborn motherfuckers. I'm Taurus ascending and Taurus moon. I would know. Yeah, but it just keep feeling like there's no way to get through her to her in those moments. So what the fuck are you supposed to do? And I'm gonna tell you exactly like what the most healthy form of dealing with these moments are, because I feel like that's what's gonna come up very soon. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up on like a month from now, even if not right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you know kind of how you should deal with this situation without the as much spiritual advice. Okay, so basically dealing with traumatized individuals, especially her. I feel like there's abandonment issues there. Trying to get the last word in, that type of situation. You don't. You have to kind of sit through that person's emotions to some extent and listen to the feelings behind it versus the accusation. Okay? Listen to the feelings and validate the feelings, not the accusation. Right? She should be able to sit there and have a conversation with you if you're keeping calm. And that's what that's essential to any relationship. Otherwise, y'all don't have a relationship if you guys cannot communicate through these moments. Like that is just it. So there needs to be some sort of emotional validation for her to feel comfortable enough to like kind of slow down and bring down some of that tension and some of that anger. Okay. And I know you're like, well, I literally spent my whole life trying to regulate other people's fucking feelings, and I don't want to fucking do that. And that's where I say this is that 50-50. This is that 50-50 where you got to be like, okay, do I truly want a relationship with somebody who hasn't dealt with all of it? Or do I want, we communicate fine. Yeah, so like I said, it's a 50-50. I feel like when hard things do come up, you're going to have to like kind of man the ship a little bit. And it's not going to be comfortable for you because I feel like you're going to get a little triggered as well. But at the end of the day, like I feel like as long as you show that you're going to be there for her or show up for her in that way in those emotional moments, I think it'll work out okay. You know what I mean? I'm going to say okay because like I said, I can see like distress here on your end of being like, well, how am I supposed to have a relationship with somebody who's like this, and getting very confused. Man, yeah, no. I just see like blowouts. But I feel like that happens when you have the type of lives that y'all have lived, essentially. Honestly, she's still trying to figure out if she's gay or not. See, there's another big upset type shit. Transformation type shit. That's that Scorpio energy type shit. But I would say, just be, like I said, as patient as you can be. Also, if she's trying to, if she's trying to figure out, are you a woman? Are you a woman? Those are easy conversations that y'all can have, to be honest with you. If she's confused, if she's feeling like, nobody really listens to her, if she's still afraid of herself type shit, those are moments where it's going to be really important for you to show up and just be there to listen. If anything, just to listen. Not talk about your experience as much. I am a man. Okay. So that's complicated. She's trying to figure it out, but y'all are so clearly. Let's do the math here. Maybe she is gay. Maybe she do. Maybe she is a little. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Or maybe she's somebody where it's like love is beyond the skin type situation. That's what I feel from her, at least, is like love is beyond the skin, to be honest with you. And like I said, you have patience, and that's something that she needs. And I feel like how she can give back to you is also to listen. You like to I don't know why you do this, but you like to shut yourself down. I'm cool with it. So you cool. But I feel like you like to shut yourself down, or essentially be like, no. Like, I'm overreacting. I got to zip that shit up and get rid of it as fast as possible. I'm just waiting for her to realize she's bi. Yeah. But like I said, you like to zip your shit up and be like, and throw it out the window. What you're going to kind of need to work on is your own communication with your own emotions. It's not just about her. None of that like blunt, funny, goofy shit. Like, it's gotta be like the real shit, the raw shit. Vulnerability. That's what you're gonna have to work on for this situation to work and get to a good spot. Trust. Not easy, but you gotta do it. Yeah. OJ, you can get it type shit. You can get it. I know you can. It'll click. It's baby steps. I have emotions other than hunger or anger. That is not true. Will you quit playing? See, now you hating on yourself. Who told you that? Who told you that shit? That sounds some goofy shit. Who told you that shit and let you believe it? That is not true. That is not true. We both know that's not true. Who told you that shit? That's a damn lie. Girl, anchor. I can't with you, Taurus. It was the way I was raised. And I'm telling you, whoever told you that shit is a damn lie. Don't matter how much you love that motherfucker that told you that, or if you don't love him at all type shit, it is a damn lie. You got emotions too. You have a place inside of you, whether it's at the bottom of the bottle type shit, or like I said, inside your chest, you have a place. You have a place in there that needs to be opened up and explored. And with the right person, obviously, yes. You know, that can you can get there. But like, a lot of it is your own work. A lot of it is you. A lot of it is all you. You know, getting over that fear of being like, if I express myself in any fucking type of way, I get punished for that shit. That is not true. And that is not true with this person, with Abby. You gotta open that shit up. Whoever fucking lied to you and said you don't have emotions, shame on them. Mommy and daddy type shit, or mommy, hell no. Fuck that. That's toxic as fuck. All right, so I saw. Thank you, OJ. Yeah, you caught a live. The Brook of Magic Tarot. You caught a live. What's going on with you? And like I said, OJ, I can tell by the way you was fucking raised. Like I said, you sit there and deal with all of this mouth from all of these motherfuckers that you be, dealing with romantically. All this mouth over here, all this mouth over there. Come on now. When are you gonna really express it? I'm letting you know. It's okay to express it. It's okay to express beyond anger. Anger is a fucking umbrella for all of the other shit that you be feeling. It literally is just an umbrella. Anger comes out because there's all these other things that you've been feeling that are not addressed. So what you need to go do is be under the umbrella type shit and be like, boom, 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 boom. and trickle down to what the core actually is. It fucking sucks. It's horrible to be in those moments of like, rage and shit like that. But you have to be able to work through it, breathe through it, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Even if you have to like walk away for a moment and like gather yourself type shit. Not a completely abandon this situation, but just be like, whoa. Your last Capricorn reading made me cry. See, Cappies, we get it. We get it. We get it. So we keep trying to fucking fix these. Keep trying to fall out. Lil Wayne making my fucking shit fall out. Strike Queen, are you still here? What's going on? And Ruben, whoever is still here, post up in the chat. Post up in the chat and post your question again. Have it on copy paste because it makes it a lot easier on me because I can't always see the shit. Happier. Okay, so when will my money come in or get a boost up? Let's see. When will your money come in? Love Cappies. I'm a Cappy as well, but I love all the signs for real. Y'all all got good qualities. I don't have no hatred for no sign just because I dealt with one fucked up one. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, Ruby. Scorpio man, I honestly feel like transformation season spiritually. He's a Libra and the new guy's Virgo. Dope. Hell yeah. Hold up. We'll be right around to you. Let's see. Straight Queen. You said, when is my money gonna lift the fuck up off the ground type shit? I'm actually tempted to use this deck over here. I haven't used it in a hot minute. Yeah, y'all just be patient. If you've been hanging around here type shit, be patient because I don't time myself on none of these shits. Still here, nice place to spend the evening too. Good energy here always. Thank you for sticking around. Did you see my super chat? I did not. Maybe it's because I was looking down. Oh, I did see your shit. Okay, I got you, girl. I got you. Thank you. I appreciate your super chats. So, Straight Queen. Okay. All right. So, you a certified hustler is what they're saying. You a certified hustler. They talk about moving on to some degree, okay? They're talking about moving on or like this idea that like what is it? It's like failure is making you scared or something like that. They talk about like this fear here. They talk about there not being as big of a leap as you thought there would be. Okay? And I keep looking over here. I want to look here. Stop looking at the chat. Look here type shit. But I can see that they said one chance. I tried. I keep trying. Why the fuck does this keep? I literally give my 110%. Why the fuck is this shit not picking up? Where the fuck is my where's my payoff? Is basically what I'm saying. They talk about starting over. Okay. They talk about starting over. Ace of Bibles and the reverse. Yeah. They talk about starting over. Why the start over? What is happening? Okay. There's certain things affecting your work. Start over again. Okay. There's certain things affecting your work. And this is totally outside of your workspace. This would be your personal life, right? There are certain things that you were going through at the time that I feel like affected the quality of your work in some type of way. Whether that stopped you completely from working or that kind of put you on the back end and made you feel like it wasn't even fucking worth it to actually go through the situation. Okay? That like actually put your mind into your business. Okay. So there was some type of approach that you made that I'm not going to say it was half-assed, but I'm saying you were in the wrong space to express your business. Okay. Express yourself in your creativity. You were in the wrong space, the total wrong mindset for this shit. It's like, man, it's not even just insecurity. It's like deep seated fear of instability. It's like you're afraid to put out the effort in fear that it might distract you from like the little stability that you already have. And I'm letting you know now that there is no better time than now. Okay, there is no better time than now to, like I said, restart. Like they're talking about giving yourself a good restart, a good jump. It's like jumper cables is what they talk about. You said you just got out of a karmic relationship. That would make sense on the reason why, like I said, this shit got so out of control and why it started to make you feel even worse. Right? It's depression. It's that like sinking feeling of like, okay, if I even try to do something, then I'm going to fuck it up miserably and horribly. But that's just not true. They're saying that's not true. You know what I mean? You're in a different space now and you need to try again. Yeah. You need to try again. Again, that Scorpio vibe just came out again. You need to try again. Restart in a way that's authentic to you and nobody else. And I feel like that's what needs to come out of this creative situation. Relaunch it. Relaunch it. Yeah. I mean, hey Malibu, what's going on with you? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? I think you kind of live in a little bit of this perception that like you don't want to waste your time, like had to move back to parents. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to waste my time for something that's not going to pay off. Like you're in this perception that almost that what you're doing or what you're trying to start your business on is in some sort of way a waste of time because you're not making any money. But I don't see that. Like this is a point of expression for you, right? It's super important that you get this out, whatever the fuck it is, whatever it is. It's like so important that you get what you need out there. Okay. Regardless. It doesn't fucking matter if you make money on it at first or not. It's a necessity that you get it started. Okay. That's what they're talking about. Yeah. Be proud of yourself. Like, I think you also kind of forgot. Yeah, relocation also came out. I think you forgot what it means to just genuinely enjoy something for the thrill of it. You know what I mean? For the fun of it. Because it makes you happy. Okay? And that's how it becomes a business in the first place, is because there's passion in your work. Okay? So, relaunch it, restart it, and tell me how you feel type shit. Because it's different. Like I said, it's different now. And you need to accept that it is different and that it will have a different result as long as you're putting in. It don't have to be backbreaking fucking work. It's that creative bump, that passion, that drive. Okay, no more like splitting hairs and shit and being that person that has to get down to the nitty gritty detail. Okay, it's just about you expressing yourself and being happy to do that. Okay, I'm a workaholic. I can tell. I can tell. And I feel you, Capricorn, right? I can feel you. I can feel that. I forgot what's right. And that's exactly why you need to restart it from a different perspective. Okay. You're always going to be able to grind, right? Especially once you get your leg up, right? But also to enjoy your passion and your creativity, to feel confident in that shit just by people like I said, it doesn't even have to be a financial thing at first. It's just you putting it out there and being happy with the fact that you're being able to talk and express and be there in that space, like just enjoying the space, the thrill of the game, the thrill of the hunt type shit. That's what it is. Okay, that's what you're missing. So if you're wondering, you're like, well, I don't. Like, I feel like I have no energy to do that anymore. What I'm going to kind of ask you to do is find it. Find the energy to do it, okay? Just try it, you know what I mean? Stop overthinking. Clear your fucking mind. Just be like, boom. And put it out and let me know, you know what I mean? Come back around and let me know what the fuck is going on with you, okay? Let me know. Yeah, too many toxic people. So not suppressing myself. Exactly. Be as crazy as you want to be in your creative space. As crazy as you want to be. You do not have to form fit any specific, like, you don't got to be watching TikTok and be like, oh, that motherfucker did it that way. And that's really fucking basic and this and that. whatever weird fucking crazy shit that you want to put out, put it out. Put it out. You don't have to fit no form. There is no specific layout. Whatever you want to fucking put out, you just put it out. And let me know when you have. Okay? It's going to feel good getting it off your chest. Okay? So, Ruben. I did a cord cutting, but he kept contacting me after closure. I said he still love me, but don't know what he wants. I'm ready to move on, but am I Delulu? Are you Delulu? Is he Delulu? Is he Delulu? He said, I'm a unicorn. Put it the fuck out there, babe. Put it out there. Quit holding back and put it out there. So, Ruben. Is he? Oh. So, I feel like Ruben, he's not in love with you as a whole. He's in love with certain things that you guys did in the relationship. So, what do I mean by that? Let me break that down. You made him feel confident in a way that he does not feel right now about himself. You made him feel confident and supported in a way that he does not currently feel about himself. Okay. It's interesting because I can see, I don't know, but I felt lighter in a better space. Yeah. I mean, I can see how it's like, it's on some tough love shit. It's like when, I'm going to use this as an example because I feel like this is like super pertinent, but it's like when a bird leaves the nest. Okay. Bird leaves the nest and realizes that the world outside is a lot more difficult and harder, and to find somebody else to date, somebody else to love is a lot harder than what they thought it would be. Okay. That's exactly what it is. And then the bird comes back around the nest and is like, shit, like, what's going on with you? Like, I was all comfortable up in your nest. I mean, you know, the world out there, it was scary, man. It was fucked up. I know the comparison to the bird is like, okay, bro, chill out. But that's what I feel like happened, okay? That's what I see happening. And not as many people took as much of an interest in him as he thought would. Man. See, I can see you being like, okay, there's a petty side of you. Ruben, you'll be like, yeah, am I Delulu, whatever. There's a petty side of you that wants to shoot this motherfucker down and be like, okay, get the fuck up. Get away from me, bro. Get away from me, bro. As positive as you're framing it right now, there is a part of you that is bitter and sour. It is just like, I don't want to deal with you again. I'm not going to deal with you again. And I do feel like whatever this on again, off again situation has been before, like with this individual, it's only ever been negative for you. Okay. It's like, even if you guys had moments to where maybe you guys didn't communicate, or maybe communication shut down completely and y'all had arguments, or moments to where maybe like just you guys weren't being as expressive as you should be in a relationship, I can see you being like, I'm moving on for the greater good. And then when he comes back around, it opens up that same trauma, that same page in the book type shit that was there when he left. Okay. Here's my problem from, I guess, the outside perspective is responsibility. Okay. I feel like there's no responsibility taken on this person's end. And in fact, I feel like they blame you oftentimes for the things that went wrong, or the things that were maybe miscommunicated. Like, that's what I see. Is there still like blame there? But he is in a new relationship. Let's see. What is he doing in this sexual situation? A sexual situation. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see that he is. He's into the sexual half of the relationship. There hasn't been, from what I see, any link up in terms of romantic chemistry. I told him I love him, but I'm not waiting. Ruben, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You have so much ample opportunity. You know you're attractive. Like I see you being like I know I'm good looking. I know I know I got it like that. I know I have a good personality. I have all of these different things that I know a person could respect and want. And you said, okay, I'm not gonna wait around. I respect that. Okay, I respect that you're not gonna wait around. However, and you're being truthful by saying, okay, I still love you. You know what I mean? Yes, you loved an aspect of this individual. You loved when they weren't being a fucking asshole. You loved when there was moments in the relationship where you guys could understand each other and be close. You loved those moments. But if you really love this motherfucker, right? If this motherfucker really loved you, y'all would have got your shit together. No? If there was like if the love was okay, love is complicated. We could talk about that all damn fucking day, right? Well, he's dealing with a past of this and this and that, and his mommy didn't do this and do that, and my mommy, my daddy, whatever. We can go down that rabbit hole all we want, right? But at the end of the day, that's just more excuses for why both of y'all together could not get your shit together. You know what I mean? Ruben, I'm saying you're the one with the brains of the operation. Don't be waiting around for no motherfucker that's going to sit here. Like I said, this person from the beginning was a negative ass person. I'm not saying it was fully their fault. I'm not saying they don't come from a hard background. Regardless of how good it looked like they had it, I guess, in y'all's relationship, they never felt satisfied by that. You never felt satisfied by that either. I mean, there was moments, fleeting moments, right? But that's not love. Love is not fleeting. Okay, love is not fleeting like this. This what ended up happening was comfort, right? You're like, I got comfortable with dealing with this bullshit. That's exactly what happened, right? Yeah, they said truth hurts. Jesus, I'm sorry, but you got comfortable dealing with the bullshit, and you don't have to sit there and say that you wasted your time because you did not waste your time. Okay, Ruben, you did not waste your time. You truly felt attracted and loved by somebody, and you wanted to show that in return. You ended up falling in love with them. You did not waste your time, right? You experienced growth when you said, okay, I'm not going to deal with this motherfucker again. Like, we're done. I don't want to deal with this situation. You're not wasting time. Okay, you did not waste your time. Just want to let you know you can do your victory lap now and find somebody who will actually appreciate and love you, okay? Do your victory lap. Find your person. I know it's going to be hard trying to cut that connection because you're like, fuck, but you outgrew each other. Like, seriously. And maybe I feel like it's more one-sided even in the fact that you outgrew him. But I'm saying regardless of that situation, regardless of him being in a relationship, you need to focus on you. You want to focus on you. Because he's not going to leave this person that he's with. And you already know that. It's a sexual situation, like I said. A sexual arrangement. It was never about you. You know what I mean? It was never about you. I feel like, okay, he's jumping into a relationship to make me jealous. It was never about you. It's because he wanted certain things that he feels you couldn't provide. And he wanted to test the world type shit. He's like, well, the world is my oyster. Why am I settling for this one motherfucker? Like I said, if there was really some love there, beyond the generalized like trauma bonding, then this motherfucker would have powered through it and you guys would have found that space and found that vibe with each other that said, we can make this shit last forever, for a long ass time. Okay? Ruben, find the love that's going to actually pamper you, make you feel beautiful, wanted. Find that love. where you're not blamed all the time, where y'all actually can talk about shit and have conversations that aren't just fucking going nowhere fast. I don't get him. And that's the thing, you don't have to. And maybe you never did, right? And I'm gonna kind of give air him out a little bit. He is not the easiest person to get along with, and nor do I feel like he ever kind of gave that type of energy. But he really truly is one of the most stubborn people that we've had in a reading thus far. He is extremely stubborn, and he gaslights, and he doesn't like to be exposed. Okay, he doesn't like to be exposed. He doesn't like when people put the, you know. He doesn't like when people put the spotlight on him. He just doesn't like that. He doesn't like that shit. He doesn't enjoy being, like I said, when he does dirt like that, to me, he's doing dirt. Okay? He's a dirty motherfucker. Okay? And I don't mean all of him is dirty. I just mean the sides of him where he feels like he has to, like, do things in spitefully and say things that are spiteful and hurtful and hurt other people. Well, hurt people. Sure. And I'm sure you said some things, and I'm sure you did some things where you're just like, shit. But why stay in there? That's not something that you gotta stay in. Yeah, that's not something you gotta stay in. And that's exactly why it didn't work out. It's fucked up. You can still have love for him, right? Yes. Keep that. Keep your love open, but not so open that you take it back. Okay? Keep your love open. You love yourself more. You said, am I Delulu? You're not Delulu for loving. Loving is it's one of those umbrellas I be talking about. It's one of those umbrellas. You can love him and have love for him. Never take him back, though. Hurt people do hurt people. But at the end of the fucking day, why we always got to go back to that hurt? We don't got to stay in that hurt. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. It's not funny no more. You know what I mean? You can't laugh it off anymore. It's hurt you so badly that it had you insecure and feeling like you couldn't move on. It's debilitating, right? You couldn't move on because you were, insecure about being inadequate and feeling like you wouldn't be enough for anybody. How is it fair to make somebody feel that way? But just like he made you feel that way, you also made him feel all these other things, other type of things. And then, both of y'all's lives combined. It's like, okay, well, we got all this drama from both of our past. What the fuck are we supposed to do with all that? It's like, you didn't have time to deal with it. He didn't have time to deal with it. At the end of the day, responsibility is on both parts. I'm not saying he did right. I'm not saying you did complete right. But at the end of the day, you can find somebody who treats you fucking better than this. That's what's a damn show. Someone that loves you. Who shows it through action, okay? Through action that they love you. Who says it. Like, who actually fucking says that shit and means this shit. You can find that. You definitely can. Like I said, kept saying, oh, this individual, Ruben, is attractive. Beautiful person. Inside and out. Beautiful person. Okay? So you can get it. I know you can. A beautiful person, a funny person, a light-hearted person. You have like the snippy type of, like a little to you. A little that somebody can actually respect and love. Okay? Michelle, you just signed up for a dating app for the first time in 46 years. I did meet somebody that I'm going on a date with Saturday night. Will it be worth going? I don't want to waste my time again. Waste your time. Of course, Ruben. Waste your time again? Will it be worth it? Okay, things are going to move fast, Michelle. Things are going to be moving very, very quickly, Michelle. I would just be, see, here's the thing, like, if somebody in a first date doesn't respect your boundaries, like the boundaries that you're laying out, like of the things that you don't want to hear, I feel like you're going to be like, I don't really want to hear about, like, your exes, you talk shit about I don't really want to hear about all of the extra garbage. It's like, where are you at right now in life? I feel like what you're going to be saying, Michelle. You're like, right now in life, if you cannot give me a direct answer on where the fuck you're at, I do not want to be having any conversation with you at all. And I feel like your standard, to me, their standards seem completely reasonable. You just don't want to get scammed in this bitch. Like, that's what you feel like. I don't want to get shortchanged and scammed in this bitch. You gonna look good. Here's the thing, Michelle, the reason why I feel like, and this might be some crazy shit. Okay, Michelle, the reason why I could see that it would be a good situation is that you gonna look good. And you dressing up for yourself, what the fuck is wrong with that? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You dressing up for yourself and looking good. I don't want to scare them. What would you? If a motherfucker, see, here's the thing. You're funny as fuck, right? If they can't take you being yourself type shit, what the fuck are they there for? Why should you have to feel insecure about yourself? I'm not saying be ignorant and disrespectful. I'm not saying that, but you're allowed to like laugh and have fun and be yourself. That's the whole point of going out and finding a partner, like your life's partner, soulmate type shit. Like they said, you gonna look good, you gonna feel good on this shit, and you gonna laugh about it. You're gonna end up laughing about it. It's not a waste of time, okay? It's not a waste of time because you're expressing yourself. Like I say, I think all of the qualities, I've been saying that to myself all day. That's the thing. You're just doing this. Like, you got to understand, even the motions of making yourself up type shit makes you feel good. Making yourself up, laughing, being yourself, unapologetically. Because why should you have to apologize? Here's the thing I hate, and I think you're going to hate about this dude too. And this is just me. Like I said, I'm trying to be respectful. It's like, because you're so forward and you're so direct, you get a lot of direct answers out of people without even trying, because you are so unapologetically yourself. And because of that, which is a good thing and a bad thing, you can see through all the bullshit because they just openly fucking express it. They literally just word vomit, say some fucking crude ass, horrible ass shit, and you're just sitting there like, did this motherfucker really just say that? You sitting there drinking like, what did this dude just say to me? But going in like that authentically can also cut down, like, you won't have a whole list of suitors that you have in your phone. You'll just be able to cut through it and be like, okay, this motherfucker's nasty, next. This motherfucker's this way, next. This motherfucker's this way, next. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. Tell your stories. Tell your fucking stories. Like, dating at your age, you know, you're going to sit there and be like, well, damn, I'm too old for this shit. I'm too this for this shit. I'm too that for that shit. Why talk like that when you're beautiful? There's nothing wrong. Like, fuck. Okay, you're seasoned. You're seasoned. Okay, you know, maybe you're not seasoned in a dating atmosphere. Like I said, you're literally seasoned. I just mean in yourself. Like, yourself, you should be confident. You should be confident for everything that you've made it through in your life, for everything that you've made for yourself. Why shouldn't you be fucking confident? Walk up in that bitch with strutting your step, rolling your hips. Why the fuck not? They say he's going to be looking at your tits the whole time. That's literally, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. He's going to be looking at your tits. OnlyFans. Do not tame yourself. If he can't take you at your best type shit, and you laughing and being silly and shit like that, well, who the fuck is he? Nothing to you. Nothing to you. Fuck that. Go on a date. Make yourself up pretty. Tell the story, baby. Tell the story. It doesn't always have to be negative where you go home miserable type shit. Laugh about that shit. A little too common. Here's the thing. If you know yourself better than everybody else knows yourself, is that so odd? If you air yourself out and you're just confident in yourself, why is that a bad thing? It's not. But some men will tell you too much. And this also stems from your parents, your birth parents. This stems from your parents as well. You're not too much. Okay? And I just want to let you know that there's nothing too much about you. Like I said, things can turn toxic. Yeah, things can go crazy. Like, obviously, like I said, we come from crazy ass situations. You come from a crazy ass fucking situation yourself. You know what I mean? I feel like you don't have to apologize for your bluntness and your directness, and for you just, like I say, you're not just saying things just to make somebody feel bad. You are just authentically yourself. If a grown man cannot sit there and be like, you kind of actually hurt my feelings, instead of saying you're too much, it's like that actually kind of hurt. Why not? Why can the man not be blunt? You know what I mean? And just be like, that actually kind of hurt my feelings. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He should be able to say that, and you should be able to apologize and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. You know what I mean? And that it should be, woo, okay, it's gone. We don't have to talk about it again. We don't have to do that shit again. Whoa, isn't that crazy? Isn't healthy communication fucking insane? Isn't that fucking insane? Whoa, woo. Like, yeah, it's if somebody's intimidated by you because they never dealt with a woman like you, it's a good sign that they not ready for you as a woman. You know, they want somebody who is submissive, or submissive little this, submissive little that. Fuck that. That's not you. No. I've heard that all my life. Yeah, because what ends up unfortunately what ends up happening is that people, not only are people intimidated by you being actually yourself, upfront and honest, wearing it on your sleeve, just being proud of yourself and being, beautiful and healed and, hardworking and all of these other qualities that makes you powerful, right? That is it's intimidating to people who are not healed. It just is. To people who want somebody who's going to be underneath them or behind them. You know what I mean? They want somebody behind them, not in front of them or beside them. And that's really rough. You know what I mean? And at your age, you're still dealing with it. You know what I mean? People should learn from your fucking experience at this point. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy out here for everybody. I'm going to be real with you. Don't matter your age. However, laugh at it. Have fun with it. Tell the story. Hey, humble pie. Every time I want to approach healthy communication, they fold. Of course they do, because they don't know what the fuck that looks like, or even what that is. They're insecure. It was really true. That's truly it. They're insecure. Gotta leave for a bit. See you, Laurie. See you, Laurie. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the way you communicate, Michelle. They would have said something by now. I don't see anything. I don't see any way that you're communicating wrongly. Like I said, that a grown man can't be like, hey, like, that's a little too, not too much for me, but that's a little, that made me uncomfortable. That hurt my feelings. Like, they're just afraid to say that shit. Who will be the future partner of Kush Deep Core? I don't know how to say that. Okay, I butchered it, probably. But are you asking? You're saying who will be the future partner of you? Are you dealing with two people? Are you dealing with people already? Let me know, and I can peep if it's any of those people. Feel like whoever you have dealt with before, there's like bad personality, bad eggs out there type shit. Bad personalities are just generally very disrespectful people. Okay, so you're asking about a person. Who will be the first? So you're not asking about yourself. You're asking about another person? I'm just trying to understand. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Of course, Michelle. Humble pie. Spirit lead message. So whatever comes out is basically what you're asking. Okay. Whatever comes out. Let's see. Judgment. Okay. Living a hard knock life. Humble pie. Trying to find. Okay, yeah. See, you come up from the bottom is like the type of energy that they're talking about. They're talking about like being all the way at the bottom of your life, the worst position in your life, and then crawling all the way back up the motherfucking ladder. Like, oh my fucking God. Peeling yourself out of whatever situation you were in and dropping yourself into a situation by yourself that, you know, it's better. It's better. I'm gonna get you, Koosh. Hold on. I'm gonna get you. So they're talking about humble pie. You don't, just like your name, humble pie. Like, you don't owe anybody anything for your current position. This is what they're talking about. You don't owe anybody anything. There's something to do with self abandonment here, where I feel like sometimes you get in your skull about what you deserve. Okay, you get it in your skull about like what you do and do not deserve, and I feel like you be telling yourself a lot of bullshit. Again, there's like something to do with self abandonment. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, anytime you win, you feel like you have to humble yourself. It's all in the name. Anytime you win, you feel like you can't celebrate that shit. Like, why would I celebrate that shit? I got to do better. I got to do better. I got to do better. Three of Pentacles. I got to compete with myself. And it's true that the only person that you have is you, and that you can only ever compete with yourself. But here's kind of like where the problems begin. You're never truly satisfied in what you do for yourself. And nor are you ever satisfied in what you do for others. So you always try to one up that shit. You be like, boom, boom. It's like, I can do better than this. Boom. I can do better than this. Boom. I can do better than this. And you don't leave no breathing room. So you put all your energy into other people. You put all your energy into giving everybody your best self, except for yourself. It's like, you be like, all these motherfuckers out here. But then once it gets to here, it's like, wow, wow. Crash into the fucking, crash and burn. Yeah. Okay. There's some like fucked up power dynamic here too. They're talking about here standing up for yourself. I maybe this has something to do with family. Standing up for yourself. Maybe it's family, maybe it's partner. But whatever it is, it's like standing up for yourself, being able to be like, instead of sticking in this whole traditional, there's this like traditional way of thinking that I feel like needs to be bit in the ass a little bit. I don't know if this is like I said, a partner or a family dynamic. There's something to do with like tradition here, breaking tradition. We talk about generational curses on this channel quite often, but they do talk about breaking tradition, you know, being the first person to break away. That's what they're talking about. Break away. Maybe it's like I said, talking about family or talking about breaking out of a bad situation, bad relationship type situation. Okay, breaking away. Finding yourself. Finding yourself. Is it deeper than that? I don't know why I just got in my head like figuring out who your daddy is type shit, or I don't know. Maybe it's deeper than that, or figuring out who your daddy is. Maybe you recently found out what type of person truthfully that somebody is. I don't know. I don't know how to take that, whether it's literal or not. Figuring out who this person is behind the scenes is really what I pick up on. Who a lot of these people is. They were supposed to be grown when they wasn't grown. They were supposed to be adults when they wasn't adults. And so you didn't have anybody to guide you through this situation. Yeah, you came up alone. But you don't got to crash and burn alone. I hope you realize that. Like, you you don't give yourself enough credit. That's for sure. You're still trying to find yourself. It gets scary through this maze of what you want. Because I think you often try to aim towards what you need. Which you're like, I need success, I need stability, I need this, I need this, I need this. But what you want is kind of where the problem hits. And I just keep seeing this like little girl, little child be like, you know, I've always had to do all this stuff for myself. And then, or not for myself, I've had to do everything I needed to do to survive. But I never got to do the things I actually wanted to do for me, for myself, is what I pick up on. Okay. So they're talking about one thing in specific. And like I said, I can't nail it down. They're not nailing it down. And maybe it's nothing in specific. Maybe it's just, like I said, in general, just doing something for you that you've wanted the answer to for a long time. Okay. And they're talking about you've earned that. Like, literally just by being alive, you've earned that. By being alive, by literally being born, you've earned your answers. Like, you need your answers. And so instead of just kind of like leaving it there to rot type shit and being like, well, well, my mom says this, well, this person says that, well, you deserve an answer. Okay. Kush, listen, be patient. Everybody gets a turn around in this bitch. Be patient. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this, humble pie, that if you're sitting here and still struggling with, doing things alone, I just want to let you know that you don't have to. There is somebody here who wants you. Okay. And I don't think you've heard it from them yet. Or like I said, maybe you haven't looked yet. Like, I'm not really necessarily sure what they're trying to convey. However, I will say is that there's somebody who wants you. And I do feel like this is familial. Okay. Again, the paternity test came out again. So like I said, I don't know if to take that literal, or maybe they're talking about your own child and they're like, okay, I have to figure this out for my own kids, or before I have my own kids, or something of that nature. Mystery. Doing something for the little girl in you. Okay? That's what I pick up on. Not sure what they're talking about, but that's personal to you. So take it or leave it type shit. But that's what they're talking about. That's what Spirit is saying. That's what Spirit is saying. Yeah, you was brainwashed to believe all these different things. There is somebody who wants you, is what they say. And they say to keep that person close. Like I said, I feel like it's familial. I don't know. Brother, sister, there's somebody who wants you. True. I'm being real with you. See, this is what you need to go and apply to Karamo type shit. Go on Karamo show and find your answers. Because like I said, it was not your responsibility as a child. It was your parents' responsibility. And now I feel like this is just lost. It is so lost. And you feel lost because of it. And finding that half of yourself is super important. Okay? It is. It just is. Finding that one person. And to some people, it's like, fuck it. And I feel like you was like this for a long time. Where you're like, fuck it. Who cares? Like, it is what it is. Like, I'll go through all this shit by myself. But you got to know that you're not alone. And there is somebody here who wants you. And I mean that shit. And it's not romantic. I don't feel that. I feel like it's family. Okay? So that's the situation. If you're still looking, keep looking. And they don't want nothing from you. That's going to be the most important part. Nothing from you but love. But love. That's it. And to be there. That's what's up. It's not no Starfame. I know it's biological, okay? I just know this shit. I know this shit. I know it's biological. I know it. See, kind of when I get all these little images in my head, I try to like link them together type shit. And try to find what they're trying to actually tell me. And when it's such a specific message, I just got to get it out there type shit. So like I said, wherever it applies to you, I want you to find it. I want you to dig in type shit. And not be afraid of it no more. And not shrug it off as like, I know I don't fucking need that answer. Fuck that shit. It's something you have to address for yourself, for your best self, for your healthiest self. It is something that you have to address. And the only way you're going to heal is if you know. That's the truth. So, Kush. Does he truly love her? Will he marry her? Does he truly love her? Let's see. Need for change, genuine, pure love, not yeah. Tit for tat, ulterior motives, bullshit. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like it could be a sibling, it could be father, but I just feel so strongly it's a family member, and they just like I said, they genuinely want connection. They lacked a lot of the things that you lacked as well when it came to that parental situation, or maybe even then, like I said, they were looking for you. But I just feel this like strong connection here that somebody is wanting love, just like you do. So Koosh. Will he marry her? Does he love her? Okay. I mean, Koosh. Does he love her? It feels like he does. Feels like he does love her. Will he marry her? He does love her. Okay, that's the truth. It's genuine. It is genuine love. I do feel like he can see his life with her for sure, for certain. They're talking about like even potential pregnancy here, but yes, I do feel like he does love her. But they're taking things very slowly. You're taking things very slowly. Okay, so there's love, but things are going slow. As far as marriage goes, I feel like that can wait. I do feel like marriage is going to be quite slow in this type of situation. Okay? They might, man, when will they decide that shit? Wife, husband. I even pick up on the fact that this could happen. Like, it's slow for whatever, it's slow for tradition. Okay? That's what I feel. It's slow for tradition. But it's not actually that slow. It could even be like next year type shit. It's crazy because different traditional, obviously, like I said, traditionally it's just different for you. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a situation of marriage will come. Okay. And I'm certain of that. It's just not in the timing that you're potentially wanting it or they're potentially wanting it, whatever. I know it's kind of like strange because we're communicating in the third person and shit. But yeah, I do see marriage actually. Yes, I see marriage. Yes, I see love. That's what's up. It's just complicated because, like I said, you want to take time to understand each other. Yes, marriage. Yes, love. So I did see you, Rano, and I have read for you before. So I'm gonna get to the people who I've never kind of like read for, type shit that are just popping through, and give them their free situation. And then yes, I can make my rounds to you. How does Malik truly feel about me? So Malik, he talks a lot about you behind your back, and I'm not gonna say yeah, it's like slick talk. He talks a lot about you. Oh man, I don't see, I don't see negativity, and I almost said surprisingly, but I don't see negativity. This person like gushes. They gush, and other people are like, well, I truly don't give a fuck. They're like, I don't give a fuck, but he still talks about it. He doesn't give a shit either. He's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I feel like he gushes. Okay, he talks about you. He's a Scorpio. So are you guys together right now? Can you let me know that situation? Because like I said, depending on if y'all are or are not, the phrasing will be different for this next part of the reading. So I just want to know. Because I see love here. I see the love. I see they love you. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. Excuse me. We saw each other last night. He loves you, girl. He be gushing about you. Be talking. I feel like he be talking to his mama. He talking to his mama? His mama or his sister or somebody, some female. He be talking about, like, oh my God, this chick. I mean, he likes you too. He loves you already. He loves you already. He's my first. Hey, he loves you already. He's in love with you. I mean, like I said, I'm looking for bad or negative things to say. They just keep saying passion. I love you. Beautiful. I don't see anything negative here. I don't see it. Again, is he talking? Someone's talking to their mama or their sister or something about. That's what I keep picking up on. Somebody keeps talking to their parent or some shit. They be talking about it. He loves you. He loves you. He's very attracted to you. He loves you. He loves you. He loves you. Again, 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 again. I don't see anything negative here. He already feels like y'all in a relationship. He already feels like y'all are in the relationship together. That's what he feels. They said to Lulu. Does he talk good things? Yes, he does. He talk, like I said, he gushes about you, which is a positive thing. He gushes about you and talks about how beautiful you are. It's very much so like gushing and being like, she's so fucking pretty. It's so crazy. And people be like, yo, like, can you stop talking about this person? It's on some shit like that. And we don't get this innocent shit. Are you of age? Are you grown? He talks to his mother. He didn't make it official though. I see him being in love with you. He, like I said, I don't know if he is like a, coming home with mama's boy, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing. It's not. But he be talking to you, to his family. I feel like I see mama here. Mom. Saying, sometimes will mama be in the ear though? Does he want something serious with me? He can be wishy-washy. Let's see. Does he want something serious? He wants stability, okay? And I feel like that's the one thing that kind of pulls him back a little bit is the financial stability. Okay, he wants some type of stability, and he does feel it. I think his mother tells him this as well. Like I said, I pick up on mom so strong, or sister, or something like that, older sister or mother, who is like, you need to be independent first. Like, if you want a woman, you have to be reliable. Like that's if you want a lady, you're gonna have to be reliable. Understand that. Like, you gotta be reliable. And I feel like he still struggles with that shit. Like I said, I don't know how old y'all are, but like to me, it seems like more of an innocent situation. I don't also see him talking to anybody else. I don't see him talk. Like I said, it already feels like y'all are kind of together. But really what he wants is to focus on his security and stability. And if that means it's going to take him a little bit longer to make things official, then I would go through with it. Because like I said, I don't see him talking to anybody else, dealing with anybody else. I don't see anybody else in this bitch. I don't see nobody. I miss you so bad. See, they just keep talking about that. He's 27. Okay, he's got to get his shit straight then. 27. Come on now, babe. Come on now, motherfucker. Get your shit straight. But I feel like this comes from his, like I said, maybe, I don't know, single mother. I feel like maybe his mom is a single mom, or, like I said, very strong personality individual. Trying to find your purpose in life. Oftentimes people don't find that shit until like they're like 35 and shit. It's like you can't find your purpose that fast. He, like I said, I just pick up on him. Like, he does love you. He does love you already. It's already there. He's not talking to anybody else. There's nobody else there at all. Period. Point blank. There's nobody else. That's why I say mama's boy. That's why I say mama's boy. Who is this Aquarius? Does he like? Yes, he finds you very attractive, very beautiful. Who is this Aquarius? Bad mental health. Okay. He's not talking to anyone else. He's not dealing with anybody else. He has a very complicated. Can see the complicated past situations. Okay, that he has actually been in relationships before. So it's a little bit different. I feel like going into this connection or going into the situation, you're gonna kind of have to uh I'm not going to say deal with his trauma, because at the end of the day, like, that's not something for you necessarily, but you're going to kind of have to be like gentle with him in certain moments, or almost like so direct that it hurts type shit. I can understand that you kind of maybe have a little, in some ways you're like shyer because you do have feelings for him. It's like maybe you were direct before and now it's kind of falling off into a territory where like, I'm scared. I don't really know what to say. Because, like, at this point, what are we? Like, I can understand it's getting to that area for you, but you got to be direct about what you want. You kind of have to set the standard. Even, like I said, you just have to. Like I said, I see some complicated ass situation of his past popping up as well. But yeah, you're going to have to set the standard, and you're going to have to be the direct one. Okay? Pick up on an Aquarius. Is it a mom? Like, who is? See, I pick up on mother, big time. Mom is just up in his shit, bro. Yeah, it has something to do with his mental and his past. The reason why mom is so hard on him. Mommy issues, abandonment issues in some type of way, or mommy issues. I would just try your best to set the standard and also set your boundaries. Okay? Set your boundaries. Because we don't want no codependent situationships. Okay? Yeah, he ain't talking to nobody else. Okay? He isn't. Again, his mother. Does he have a baby? A kid? Like I said, could be, like I said, mommy issues, but is there a kid or something like that? Like, I'm trying to read that situation. It's so fucking confusing. It is so confusing. Yeah, set my boundaries, but I'll be patient with him. He's so handsome. Yes, like I said, he's in love with you. He's not talking to anybody else. If that's what you were worried about, he's not. He has a kid. Okay, that is one space where I will say it might get a little complicated, because I think it's with an Aquarius, right? So with his baby mom, okay, that is where I feel like you might see an uglier side of it with him. Okay, and it's nothing to do with you. It's with his frustrations with this individual. Okay? And I just want to make it, I have a daughter too. I'm a single parent. Okay. So I'm just trying to, I'll make this kind of clear. You as a mom, see, that's where the mommy issues come in, right? You as a mother are going to have to almost teach him how to parent in some type of way. That's what I feel like it is. Okay, because whoever the person that he had a baby with, I feel like is an Aquarius, okay, or just a very single, independent individual, they do not get on. They do not get on, okay, at all. They do not get on. Now, you make situations, mistakes sometimes when you're young. I feel like this is one of those situations. And more than anything, I feel like you would understand her perspective on things. Okay? Of doing things on your own, oftentimes. All right? So I feel like that's kind of where you're going to need to draw the boundary and draw the line. Okay? Like I said, he ain't talking to nobody else. He ain't dealing with nobody else. However, this situation with a baby mother is very toxic. So, like I said, that's where I can kind of see some interesting dynamics happening. Okay? But in no type of way should you feel any way threatened by her, because like I said, they don't fuck with each other. They do not fuck with each other. But I would say he needs to be in his daughter's life no matter what. He needs to be in his child's life no matter what. Or a son, whoever, daughter, son. He needs to be in that person's life. We talk off and on. It's crazy. Because of the situation, I truly do feel like he is traumatized from this situation. I truly feel that way. Like, this is a really, really bad situation. And it's because of, like I said, who they are. They're so pig-headed, both of them. So, both of them. But I would just be direct and say what you want. Be direct. Like I say, I only see him fucking with you. Yeah, he hates her. He hates her with a burning passion. But he needs to have some sort of respect there. Give her grace. Yeah, he's hustling and grinding for finances, though. It does have a lot to do with his kid. Excuse me. Crazy shit. Pharaoh. Hey, Pharaoh Wolf Dog. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? But yeah, no, he's in love with you. Don't let him evade that shit. Zen. Zen, what's going on with you? Complicated situation, but it's only because the parents are making that shit complicated. It's crazy. Let's stick in there because I really like him dearly. And I think you might have to be the driving force in saying, I have feelings for you. I love you. Type shit. Dropping off my like and support. Thank you, Pharaoh. So even if he does act distant, he does care. Yes, he does. He's just working. And I think that can kind of, see, here's the thing. Even though he's working, and I can understand he's focused on the hustle and grind and the finances and stuff like that, I feel like the evasion or avoidance and making things like official has a lot to do with, like I said, the current baby mama situation. I told him that good. Okay. What I would try to do, yes, is be patient with him. But more or less, I would ask him potentially even more questions about that situation, because I feel like that's something that stresses him out. And if you can validate his feelings and maybe shines a little light, not tell him what to do or how to do it or anything like that, but just validate and give him comfort in some type of way, I do feel like that will make him warm up quite a bit. I know you're like, well, that's not my motherfucking job. I ain't his mama. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's something that he really needs from a person, is just to validate. You know what I mean? Validate. I understand he doesn't want to rush things. I understand that he doesn't want to fully commit to anything because he's afraid. I can see that. But he gonna need to do something. You know what I mean? He gonna need to do something. He won't need to do it. Nah, he ain't talking to nobody else. I'm telling you right now. If you're scared, you're like, oh shit, I'm like fucking clutching my pearls and shit. I'm just being real. I'm being 100% with you. He is literally just afraid. And it's deep. It does come from a deep place. But he's afraid. He ain't a cheater. He ain't none of that. But he does have a lot of issues that are emotional. He's shy as shit, they say. He's shy as fuck. Deals with his own depression. Sometimes in the wrong way. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not a cheater, though. It's very hard for him to get like into a situation where he's like, yeah, let me fully commit, though. But his kids do come first. Thank you for this, for real. But hope we can be together like marriage. Give it some time. He'll be ready when he's ready. Obviously you do not have to wait. If he's not cementing something, you do not have to sit there and wait. That's great. That you would. You do not have to sit there and wait. That's not fair to you at the end of the day. If you want to keep looking and kind of perusing through and doing your thing, there's nothing wrong with that. There just isn't. How do I get this Aquarius off my line? Becoming a bugaboo. Girl, quit answering. Slick talk. You like the way he talks? Or you like the slick talk? You like the slick talk? Malibu. Thank you. I appreciate it. He said, "You still up?" I tried that. He said, "You still up? What's going on? You still up?" He's a listen. At the end of the day, he can be a great distraction. I feel like for you sometimes. You know what I mean? It's a great distraction. It's a funny distraction. It's a interesting distraction. But like, you keep the line open. You keep the line open all day and all night. Thank you. Come again. They said. Said thank you. Come again. How do you get him off your line? Block his ass. Keep blocking his ass. No matter how many times you say I don't care, you realize he still comes around. That's worrying to me though, to some extent. Like he feel like y'all friends too. Like he feels like you're a friend. He's like, well, there's potential there. You know what I mean? He keeps the potential open because he feels like you keep the potential open, and he's waiting for you to run away. Weird. They said this goofy bitch. He's weird. He's really weird. It's like weird stalker energy, Like that's kind of what it feel like to me. Like weird stalkerish ass energy. Strange. Very strange. Very, very strange. I'm looking for my coffee and shit. Calling right now, yeah. See, you gotta drop that motherfucker. You gotta block that motherfucker. That's a weird, strange energy, man. Really strange energy. So weird. You can't even create a boundary with this motherfucker because he'll just step right the fuck over it. He does not care, bro. He'll get what he wants type shit. It's on some shit. I'll drop back for another reading soon. You're dope as fuck, straight to the point. Of course. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. God bless you too. I appreciate you. Weird Malibu. I'm not liking that energy. That's a weird bitch. Next up is a restraining order, and he's calling back to back. Block his ass. There's no way. I'm telling you right now. They're talking about him cross the line, cross the boundary. Bizarre. Again, like, come on now. Evil comes in every size. Like, come on now. Weird motherfucker, man. Someone who like to take advantage and shit. Like, just a weird freak, bro. He's a weird freak. Say bad personality. They say sperm donor trying to knock you up. He is weird, man. Run. Run for that motherfucker. Weird freak. They say bastard. Song that come on, bastard. On some shit. It's an answer by Tyler. Yeah, because the lyrics of the song is because when I call, I hope you pick up the phone. I like to talk to you. I hope you answer. I hope you answer. I hope you answer. I hope you answer. What is that, bro? What is that? Mm-mm. Good song, but Jesus. I hope you answer. I hope you answer. Cause I hope you pick up your. All right. Just blew my whole night. Oh, please. Don't let him get to you. Fuck that. Fuck all that. Don't let him get to you. Come on now. Come on now. He's a freak. Let him be a fucking freak. Ignore his shit. It's overwhelming. It's weird as fuck. Block his ass. Samaya, current feelings about me. Blessings. Samaya. Somya? Sumaya? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. One of those ways is correct, but potentially. Feelings about you. Okay, they feel like you owe them some sort of an apology. They're glad you're gone. What is this? So are you guys dealing with each other or is this an ex? Life goes on. Yeah, I feel like it's eggs if they're talking about all this shit. Like, glad you're gone. Glad you're not dealing with each other. Fuck off. I got another one that's fuck off. Let me know if y'all are dealing with each other. Trauma, childhood trauma, or something like that. They talk about trauma or triggering. Getting triggered. Reconciliation. No. If you're trying to reconcile with this individual, they're not about it. They're not about it. Yeah, they're not about it. They hope you get your karma. There's another one. Jesus Christ. Like I said, this could go either way. So just take it and run with it. They hope you get your karma. Okay. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. She does not. She does not want to reconcile. She's not interested. Not at all. Not in the slightest. She feel like she dodged a fucking bullet with dealing with a situation. She doesn't want to deal with it. Both of you guys have toxic tendencies. Obviously, I'm not trying to make this out to be some one-sided situation, but she just truly cannot do it, and she will not do it. Yeah, because she feel like it was mental abuse, emotional abuse. She doesn't want to do that. That's what's up. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it one-sided or anything like that. Let me get a rate on that one. Excuse me. I hate the admit. Acid reflux. You said what's coming in love? Excuse me again. What's coming in love for Ronald? See, potential. What first came to my mind was like workplace romance, but then I switched up because then I was like, I don't know, does that make sense? But then I also see, okay, there's like potential for a long distance relationship as well. There's multiple people. I mean, truth be told, there's multiple people that you could be dealing with. Okay. It's just you kind of going on that adventure yourself. They talk about somebody older than you as well. Yeah. They really just talk about like follow through in what you want, first of all, in a romantic connection. So, kind of what that means, and I'll clarify, is they want you to have like specific, not like stats, what's the word? They want you to have like a specific idea in your mind of what you want from a partner. Okay. Going out into the world type shit. Because I feel like in a lot of ways, it's hard for you to find somebody that will meet your standards or meet you at your confident level, and then also meet you at the bottom. What do I mean by that? It's hard for you to find somebody who accepts you at your worst and your best. Because they feel like they lift you on a pedestal to an extent. Because they feel like you got everything fucking figured out for yourself in some type of way, even though you don't. And I do feel like there is like communication errors in that way, because you do want to be a listening ear for people. You do want to help and heal people, but you also have to learn to turn that side of you off when it comes to a romantic connection. Because at the end of the day, you can't just be helping and healing and all this type of shit without healing yourself. Okay. So getting into some of these different situations that I see, or different potentials, you're going to have to really like be vulnerable in a way that I feel like you're still somewhat avoiding in some type of way. You're avoiding in some type of way. It's like, well, I want somebody to also make me feel comfortable. Yes, that is a requirement. I don't think there's a lack of directness. That's not what I'm picking up on. I just, man. Will I be able to get revenge for my cheating ex? See, on some toxic shit. Why would you even want revenge? Why go back to that situation? Yeah, they say God got me. It's like, I understand somebody took advantage of you. Yeah, they said that right there. I understand somebody took advantage of you. However, why even fucking focus on that shit? Why even focus on that shit? Toxic ass person, toxic ass situation. That should not be your focus. To rebel and get back, it don't matter. Like I said, you don't even have to invest in that type of behavior, because there's no point. There just isn't. It won't make you feel better. It won't make you feel better. Fuck that person. You better without. Well, they played up all of my feelings. They played up in this. They did all this nasty shit. Don't even worry about it. They get humbled by life just breathing and living, babe. By breathing and living. It always comes back to the nasty people. You realize that? Karma and all that? Well, this fucking thing come down. I can't really. I'm vengeful. There's nothing to be vengeful about, though, right? Here's the thing, right? If somebody has fucked with you emotionally and made you feel some type of way, it's not about getting, I think sometimes you get more angry at yourself than you do the situation for making the mistake, right? And that's where vengeance comes in. That's where revenge starts becoming a issue in your mind. It's like, okay, I can't believe I let somebody get the jump on me like that. But at the end of the day, you can't control how somebody else treated you. You know what I mean? You can't control that, right? And you're not going to be able to control it by getting revenge. In fact, you're hurting yourself further instead of healing from it. Obviously, there's no issue or problem with you feeling angry. Like, accept the fact that that pisses you off. It makes you angry. But you also have to learn where that fucking stems from. Obviously, a fucked up, horrible, shitty situation with this individual has put you through the ringer. However, when you go down the branches type shit and see where some of these abandonment issues or rejection issues come in, like from family, from how you were raised, those are the things that you need to focus and work on to make it feel like you actually matter. You know what I mean? That's where self-confidence comes in. Being able to be self-confident enough to say, like, fuck that, I hate that motherfucker, but I don't need to be the one taking revenge on anybody. Like, he's already suffering as is. Let him do his thing. It's self-confidence that brings in that nature of just like, fuck that motherfucker. I'm done. I will never deal with another motherfucker like him ever again. But I can move on in love confidently and find somebody who respects me and fucks with me and loves me. Genuinely loves me. Doesn't treat me like that. That's the biggest revenge of all, is to be able to move on in a healthy pattern and find somebody who is healthy. That is that is revenge. Is to be happy. Or at least just content, you know what I mean? That's the biggest revenge that you can get. There's nothing he can give you. He can't give you answers. Obviously, he didn't. He can't give you answers. His pain or his hurt is not going to make you feel good or better. It's just going to make you feel humiliated. Because, like, why are you trying? Like, when he didn't even fucking try in the relationship, why are you trying to hurt him and putting all this effort into hurting him? It's like, he didn't even fucking try. You got some healing to do. You got some healing to do, Rhino. And there's nothing wrong with it. Many questions. Just tell me something good. In what quadrant of your life would you like to hear something good? You're like, just in general, but love, finances, where do you want to hear it the most? Where do you want to hear it the most? But Rano, you're not inadequate. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not damaged or broken goods. Love, man. Okay. Tia. Tia. Something positive in love. Oh, I can see. You're like, I hope I can find somebody, or I hope that in my lifetime I can find somebody who actually sees me for who I am, the good person that I am. Okay. All right. I can see you supporting people more in a actionable way. What do I mean by that? I mean in a like financial or like, even you're stable always. Why is it that you're always stable and that you're always supporting other people? That to me is a head scratcher. Why are you ripping bums up off the shit? Don't play please. I'm playing. I'm jesting. I'm jesting. Okay. I want you to imagine yourself in a situation where somebody meets you in the middle. Like that's truly like you don't have to pick up the pieces of a person and glue them back together. I want you to imagine that situation because they say you look fantastic. You have a great sense of fashion, great sense of humor. You're very beautiful. So they're talking about all these good things about you and that like you just want somebody to see that and love that. And you're like, I won't judge anybody for their financial situation, anybody for this, but you have to. Tia, you have to. And I mean that. You have to. I know you don't want to sit there and be judgmental and this and that, and you understand people go through hard things all the fucking time. But you have to be your own judge. You understand me? To find a balance in a relationship, it's always going to be an imbalance if you find somebody who is unstable. Because if you are the only one who's stable in the relationship, in the connection, and that person is out there in survival mode, it's never going to be a good situation. Okay, it's never going to be a good situation. Like, well, where are they? Where is this motherfucker? Where is this motherfucker you're talking about? I can see you getting overwhelmed. I can see you getting, there's something to do with jealousy here, burning jealousy. Like, I can never find somebody who just wants a peaceful ass life. They always want to do something extra. And that's where I'm saying, like, you have to give yourself the time to find that individual. Okay. And I don't mean you're not trying hard enough, because you are. You're trying very hard for the wrong motherfuckers. Okay? You're trying very hard for the wrong motherfuckers. You're like, well, I just want somebody who can show their heart in their sleeve, whatever. Like, I understand what you're wanting. You want somebody authentic and real, but like, and then these people kind of, what they do is they butt heads with you, and they're like, well, I'm never enough for you, blah 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 blah, and it's like. They put in no effort to work on themselves as individuals. You have put in all this effort to work on yourself as an individual and to build your confidence up. And it is like, to you, it sounds so simple. It sounds so easy to be like, okay, finding a motherfucker that is right up there with me, or like lifting a motherfucker up. But they have to find that connect. They have to find that connect in their own life on their own as an individual before they come to you. Do you understand? So you can't be the one helping them and fixing them and doing all this shit and being their therapist and being the shoulder to cry on and all this shit. You can't be that person. They have to find that by themselves. Obviously, when you guys do get into a relationship and a connection, the dynamic becomes quite a bit different, where you guys can actually support each other in your journey. But it can't be so fucking lopsided like this. Okay? Where like I said, you ripping the bum up off the street, the bum is kicking their feet up and shit, like, hey baby, what's going on? Tia, what's going on? Tia? Like, no, we're not doing that shit no more. That shit's gotta end. You gotta stop with that shit. Make amends with the fact that yes, yes, a lot of these situations you could have controlled by removing the person from your stability, by removing them from your home, or whatever the situation may be. You could have controlled that situation faster. But what I want you to also realize is that you have a very strong sense of independence and love for who you are as a person, and that you need to find somebody with that same fucking quality. Not somebody who's selfish, who rips it from your hands anytime. Like, you'll be like, yeah, I'll pay for your shit, I'll do this, I'll do that. Not somebody who you have to sit there and do that with. You know what I mean? Someone who asks nothing but love from you is what I'm trying to say. It's like, well, yeah, I had a situation like that, and I did start giving them finances or some type of stability or some type of support or whatever, and then all of a sudden it became just a regular thing. Don't offer nothing but your own self to the table. Nothing. If they're like, I need your help type shit, you do not reach in and save them, because who the fuck has done that shit for you? Which one of these motherfuckers has done that shit for you? I don't see nobody. I don't see none of them. You not Captain Save-A-Ho. Okay, so if we really... Nah, but you said, yeah, he was calling me baby. He's in love with you. Stop. Okay, no. The positive part about this, right, is that you have all of the qualities somebody out there who's in a similar position is also looking for. They're going through the same shit you're going through right the fuck now, where they feel like they're doing something wrong by being their best self, by expressing themselves and actually caring about people and loving people and giving to people. They feel like they're doing the same shit you're doing. And like I said, you're not doing anything wrong. Okay? You're not doing anything wrong by loving in that way, by showing your love through action. You're not doing anything wrong. However, Somebody needs to accept you at face value as who you are as an individual emotionally. If we remove all of the stability out of the situation, all of the finances, all of everything that you have, and you just came to the table, just you, looking all beautiful, you know, you got your fashion and shit. People see that shit, they're like, whoa. They're like, damn, girl. But without it, who are you? Okay, that's the person that you want. Is the person that asks about you. You're not like the whole driving force in the relationship. They ask about you. They look for answers. Like they literally are just like curious about who you are, not about everything you have. It's just you, your heart. You know what I mean? Your heart. Your heart. And as you're going out there, they do talk about you maybe even going out and doing some things that you haven't, you know, maybe it's not something that you usually do for yourself, but going out and treating yourself in some type of way. Maybe you're going out clubbing and bar hopping or whatever the situation may be, but they really want you to get out there and just enjoy your independent life and keep looking. Like, just keep looking. I know burnout happens and stuff like that because you'll be talking to somebody one moment and then the person will be like a fucking pain in the ass or a dick. You're like, oh shit. But don't single yourself out to one individual. You know what I mean? Don't give all of your love to one individual. They just talk about you expressing yourself, being happy with the fact that you can do that and you're in the space to do that, you know, finally, where you're not in survival mode and like you're reaching up out and shit and you're looking good and beautiful and you're confident. Give yourself the time to look at the board and be yourself without anybody there to, you know, fuck on, because that's essentially all they're good for at this point. I didn't say it. Spirit said it. Spirit said it. But you got me. You understand what I'm saying. They good fuck. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Somebody said donate on their own PayPal. You have a question? Go ahead and post your question. Pisces, you still here? I got you. I see. So Pisces, what you want to ask me? What you want to ask me? Rhino, let me hit this other person real quick. What's your question, Pisces? Sorry, I'm changing up my music real quick. Esteban. Okay, you wonder what the cards say about Esteban. 1 second, let me switch up the music. Let's switch up for the vibe. Just small talk. Okay, let's see what they feel about this man's. All right. Esteban is a hustler. Okay, hustler. He hustles for money. He makes money. He does the money thing type shit. He pushes for the money. Something to do with paying back child support or something like that. Damn, paying back child support or damn. Okay, Pisces. Yeah. Okay, so you dealing with a dude who, like I said, he knows how to make money quick. That's what it feels like. But just as quick as his money is, I feel like his what is it? His fascination with you is gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Here's the thing. I think that he's a fitness guy too. Okay. Makes sense. Hustler type energy, okay? Tries really hard to perfect himself, but I feel like he really does lose momentum in the emotional area, right? Thank you, Tia. He does have a kid, okay? Yeah, there's something about paying back child support. Okay, it's on some crazy shit. It's on some crazy shit. I also pick up on the fact that he is, man, it's like I don't want to say it's toxic masculinity because it's not just that. There's something underneath that. Let me look. Let me just peep a little bit. Let me look. It's not just toxic masculinity. What is it? What is it? He feels like people exist to impress him. People exist to impress him. Meaning, if you're not impressing him, he ain't going to communicate with you. Meaning, if you're not like beautiful, he's not going to communicate with you. He has like, there's no emotional substance there. I'm trying to like find it because I'm like, okay, what is it? It's not toxic masculinity. It is just like ignorant. It is like straight up just ignorant. And I don't want to be like, too negative on the guy. I do feel like he is kind of sitting there and he's like, well, I'm responsible for myself. Look. He's like, look at me type shit. Like, that's what Esteban is doing. But I don't see any value for a connection or romantic connection. He doesn't have values in that direction at all. It's like maybe it's just because he's not trying to settle down, but also at the same time, there's fear of settling down. Fear he's missing out on something. It's like, to me, like I said, I don't pick up great vibes just because it's not something that you're actually looking for. Okay. Very handsome, and he seems to like more beautiful. Yeah, see, it's like that, but it's like there's no substance there. Like I Pisces, I feel like you want somebody who is actually, they're not just there for like the physical shit. They're not there for the sex, you know what I mean? You want somebody who's actually going to like validate your emotions, make you feel good in yourself, like as a person without the body, you know what I mean? If you separate the body from me type shit, who am I to you? That's the type of relationship that you want. You don't want somebody who's gonna make it all about that. You know what I mean? And I feel like his own insecurity kind of stops him from seeking out the person that will like actually match him on that level type shit, who will be proactive in life like he is. But this is the kind of the problem with people living as just an individual that is just out there fucking floating around, the bachelor type lifestyle. Like I said, you choose the bachelor lifestyle, but then you also go to people who want a secure connection, they want commitment, and then you fuck with them. You know what I mean? Does it make any fun? Like, how insecure are you where you got to go towards somebody who actually wants a real connection, right? It's like, how insecure are you where you just can't find some woman out there who wants the same thing as you, which is just sex, because there's plenty of women out there that want just sex and they don't want a serious connection. There just is, you know what I mean? Just like all people. And instead of fucking with the one who wants a romantic connection, how about fuck with one that doesn't? It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's like you don't exist for his entertainment, or no, like you don't exist for his entertainment. You just don't. You're not like a doll, you know what I mean? Like AI ain't getting that good. Okay, I'm being an ass a little bit, but AI ain't getting that good, motherfucker. Let's be real. Bots ain't getting that good, motherfucker. It's like, I feel like he wants a robot. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Like, it's not you, Pisces. I'm just letting you know it ain't you. Like, he wants to fuck. That's great. Wonderful. Wonderful. But Jesus Christ. Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. Don't come towards me like that. That shit is nasty. Yeah, he like I said, he's like flexing your face. He's like, oh, shit, oh, shit. Like, you stupid as fuck. Like, you handsome and all that, and he'd be good for a little side fling, but I don't even see him being good in bed like that. So I'm not trying to be negative. Like I said, I always try to give people benefit of the doubt. But when shit like this be popping up in the cards type shit, like no foundation, all that. Mr. Rito, you got an update, creepy unk type beat. Like when shit like that be popping up, what the fuck am I supposed to say? I'm trying to find a good thing. You know what I mean? I can't loose slips, sink ships. You lie to hide the pain. Like, yeah, insecurity. Okay, cool. Like, doses. What am I supposed to say about that? Sorry, Pisces. Love all the info. Of course, I want to give you that. You said if you put the microphone off axis, don't emote directly into it. There's less sound disruption. Also, recommend a compressor plug-in. Under filters if you're using OBS. Yes, I've tried to use a compressor plug-in. And like I said, I'm using Streamlabs OBS. And I've tried to change my setup as much as possible. However, nothing seems to be working. And this is a pretty expensive microphone. And also, I know you be like, I'm a professional and you using a lot of excuses, but this thing is not steady and stable, and I need a better microphone stand. When I have the finances together, don't you worry, I'll upgrade my shit. But yes, I've tried a lot of different settings to make it sound better and all that type of stuff, but I be pumping the fucking mic in and out my motherfucking mouth. But yes, once we get to a professional setup type shit, because it's not that serious, you gonna see me and watch Z. Watch me, Z. Zibisky. Watch me. Watch me. I want my own TV show. Watch me. Donation list is long. No. Rhino, what's up? Rhino, you asked me. What did you ask me? You said. Let me change the song again. Loose lip shitting ships. Yeah, where did my music go? All right. Will life get better? Subscribe now. I'm gonna understand this. Thank you for the advice though. I appreciate you. Said 11:12. All right, I got you, Charita. Hold up, Rano. Let me see. You said when will it get better? And you're like, will it get any worse? That is such a good song. Belong to me. Finally. That is a good song. Offset's new level. All right. Rhino, when will things get better? When? Okay. I mean, I can see. Here's the thing, right? I can understand kind of where you're coming from because you're more. I think you're just. I don't want to say you're just bored with the life. I think that is it. That's like a really small piece of it, but I feel like there is so much more to explore out there that you have yet to see. Okay, that's what they're talking about. You have yet to see. It's like nobody your age has life figured out. Like that's really what it is, and I know that's like a general kind of a general statement or a generalized situation, but they're like Spirit is saying like nobody has their life figured out, not truly and really not ever. You know, it's for you to explore. Like the world is your oyster type shit. The world is your peach, baby. Your Georgia peach. It's sweet type shit. Sometimes it's rotten. Sometimes it's fucked up. But you're gonna find it. You know what I mean? You're gonna find it. And I do feel like this has something to do with your external purpose. So they're talking about you speaking to people or communicating with people, communicating to an audience. They're talking about you talking about your experience in life. Your life experiences, social media, more or less that's what a lot of the vocals is turning into is social media. A lot of people, it was like, being on a stage and doing this and doing that, but now this is the stage. I would like to leave the country. It's more than bored. Yes, it is more than bored. Like I said, I'm not getting into the specifics of it, but when you feel like life just ain't life, in when you feel like in that dark deep hole and depression, it's not a great feeling. But most definitely you can, Ronald. Most definitely you can. Like I said, there's so much more to explore. Yeah, they said sick in the head, but it's not. Spiraling is not sickness. Spiraling is not a sickness. It's not. You know what I mean? You sitting here and thinking about, I feel like I have nothing. That is not a sickness. You know what I mean? You're depressed, yes, and yes, there is a lot of things going on around you that you cannot control. However, that does not mean that's not a sickness. You're not sick in the head. You got to realize how many people feel that same fucking way. But also at the same time, you got to be willing to power through it, right? You got to be ready to power through it. You don't want the fucking life that people make for you. You want your own life, and that's exactly why you feel different in the situation that you're in. Meaning of everybody else around you, why you feel different than they do. It's because you want something more than what they have. Thank you, Z. But yeah, you want something more than what they have. You got to understand that. You don't want the same lifestyle that they have. That's why you're different. Okay? That's why you're different. So you said, when will it change? Seven of Bibles, the Lovers in the upright, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it essentially will be when you leave your current living situation. It will be when you leave your current living situation. Okay, when you find security enough to just leave. Okay, even if you're going off of like baseline income type shit, it's gonna be when you leave. Okay, it's gonna be when you leave. And you can't. I mean, I'm sitting here and saying, okay, whatever stability is for you is gonna be different for the family around you type shit. Like you could be in a position right now where you can go off on your own and be like, I'm good. I'm done. You could go off on your own probably right now and be like, I'm good, I'm done. I'm going to find a situation that suits me, or I'm going to move in with a friend, or whatever the situation may be. But that essentially, that's what they're saying. It's like you could be in a position right now to go. Okay. But it's just a matter on you. It has nothing else to do with anybody else around you. If you ignored all those motherfuckers, if those motherfuckers didn't exist, what would you do today? That is what Spirit is saying. What would you do today? There's no perfect situation that you can get into financially to where you can just jump and do your thing. That doesn't exist. You know that. But what could you do today? By yourself. By yourself. And it sucks. You're like, fuck. Like I wish there's other people out there like me. And you're talking to some of them right now. There is. You want more. You do. And you shouldn't stop wanting more. Never stop wanting more. Keep going. You say new job situation. Malibu, you said collard greens, baked potatoes, steak with a side of chicken, and tortilla soup. God fucking damn. Yeah, I'm gonna make some chicken after this. A little chicken, little fries and shit. That's what I'm about to do. See, you got me fucking hungry now. You got me hungry now. But you said, Mr. Rita, you said your dumbass friend should be funny. Now my lawyer's preparing a legal jargon and we filing again. I'm one step closer. This is it. Yes, Mr. Rita. Hell fucking yeah. That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, they talk about stability for all of us type shit. But I was hungry. I feel you. That's always me, for real. Hey, Maya Rose. Trophy bunch. Yeah, shockingly positive, right? But I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Let me look for this. Oh, thank you, Maya. I appreciate you. All right, Miss Trita, hold up. And get my shit situated. Let's see. We want something a little bit softer. A little bit softer. I love how I say something softer and they go to the most aggressive shit on the list. The most aggressive. That's Miss Rita for real. She said, I'm ready to get this shit done, motherfucker. I'm wilding out. All right. Those of you that are kind of like hanging around, you're like, I never had a reading yet. Z, if you're still here, type shit, you can go ahead and post up in the chat. But those of you that have never had a reading before, just try to be patient because I do the paid people, but I don't choose like favoritism. It's more or less I'm like, okay, boom, let me do this, and then boom, let me do that type shit. You know, I jump around quite a bit. Sometimes it gets a little exhausting for folks, and they're like, I don't want to wait no more. Like I'm gonna leave, and like I said, you can just come back to another reading. Yes, I'm on you, Mr. Rita. You can come back to another live stream. That's all you got to do when there's less people up in that bitch. It's not first come first serve either. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking random at this shit. It should be obvious by now. I like this song. Okay, we're gonna keep that. All right. So, Mr. Rita, let's see what's going on with you. 1111. So you want me to look at the general foundation type shit? What's going on? Are you asking something? What you doing, girl? Time to get my big back on before I go exercise crazy in the gym mode back. Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah, get your energy up. Get your energy up. I gotta start exercising again. I've been off my fucking game this winter. Biscoff cheesecake. Making me salivate and shit. General, what's going on? Okay, so my daughter, my child is the first card that comes out. Hey, Aesthetic Delta. Um, so what is going on with this situation with a baby daddy? Because obviously that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, he's a serial bullshitter. Yeah, this, yeah, that type shit. They talking about him. You know, like I said, obviously you're gonna win this case. That is literally we've been talking about this forever, and you're gonna do it. This is there's no even argument there in that category. Now they talk about modes of transportation or cars or transport in some type of way as well. They talk about potentially a new car or a new transport situation in some type of way. They talk about a solution to your problem or issue type shit with maybe having to travel further for some type of job opportunity or work that's coming up. They're talking about self-care. Okay, they talk about self-care. Okay. Yeah, again, like they talk about a car situation or some type of transport, mode of transport. Maybe somebody is gonna drive you back and forth from work. You say, is he gonna sign over the rights? See, you did have specific questions. I know you did. Is he gonna sign over the rights? Let's see. If they can find him, that's what it is. If they can find him, he just doesn't want to get nailed with child support. That's literally it. That's all. He doesn't care about any of the rest. Like it's literally just him being like, I don't want to get nailed with child support. If they can find him, yes, he will. But essentially, yeah, he said again, if they can find him, that's exactly what it is. That is the answer. Is like if they can find him, will they find him? regardless of whether they can or can't. Like I said, they're gonna nail him anyways. It doesn't matter. Like right now, where I feel like you're in the case, right? Okay, yeah, exactly what you just said. He's whatever the situation may be. They said he's gonna snitch on himself type shit. If he doesn't show up, just like you said, it doesn't matter. Yeah, they said detective, so law enforcement in some type of way cracking down on him. Like I said, I feel like he might go to jail. Did I talk about that before? I think he did. I feel like he might go to jail. Maybe not over this particular situation, but multiple offenses. I feel like he might go to jail when they do find him. He'll go to jail. He will. Yeah, jail. It's not going to be for your particular situation, but he'll go to jail. That's what I pick up on. And he's scared as fuck. You have no idea how happy I am. Yeah. He's going to go to jail. That's what I pick up on. So, with that situation, I know you say your money's a little funny. So, finances, I feel like are going to pick up in the next 2 months. Okay? 2 months is where you're going to find a job opportunity. All right? Yeah, go to jail again. Like, I got that multiple different times now. Is the jail card. Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Some shit. Monopoly. I know this shit by heart. So yes, with work, that's gonna pick up in the next 2 months. Whatever job you end up picking up, or whatever you end up doing for your financial, because there's multiple. I just see multiple strains of income. Okay, I can see a potential like relocation situation where I don't think you're moving towards a job. I feel like you find one close enough to where you're at that you can get at least a part time and you can have some finances coming in healthily. Okay. Yeah, they said PhD, so whatever you have in your background already will count well towards you. Okay. It'll count well towards you. Yeah, it is one that I feel like you're gonna have to take a little bit more caution on, because you're like, okay, well, I feel like it's the time that you spend with your daughter that I think matters kind of most to you in this situation. So that's exactly why you want to be like a little bit more cautious on how much you pick up, okay? Because she's so young. I'm doing a side thing for my dad. I get paid for it. Yeah, they do talk about that picking up in the next 2 months though. Month. Sorry, my list was crazy sometimes. And then when I talk about it, it gets worse. I start whistling. Yeah, they talk about what is this? They also talk about romance. You said I want to start my own business. Honestly, then I would start it now. Most definitely, I would start it now. You're like, well, what the fuck do I do? Whatever the fuck you're good at. You know you're good at, like they talk about you can sell ice to Eskimos type shit. You know you're good over the phone type shit. Yeah, they know you got that energy over the phone. Not OnlyFans. Not them talking about OnlyFans. Said sugar daddy. That might also be a situation too. My old job offered me to come back, but I'm not sure if I should go back. Let's see. Life adjustment. Yeah, you were gonna have to. I feel like you're going to have to adjust the hours. Okay, when it comes to that situation, and adjust the hours, because you know your needs weren't being met in that situation. So adjusting the hours and maybe even asking them to adjust the pay potentially. Don't be afraid to do that. Yeah, don't be afraid to do that, because you're not gonna miss out or anything like that. Mm. Yeah, I would. I mean, that from what I'm seeing, I don't see there being a negative situation within work if they're asking you to come back. I don't see there being anything negative. I would just be very upfront and honest that you have a kid. Like you literally have a kid. There's gonna be a hours requirement, obviously from their end, but you're gonna have to kind of almost negotiate that. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're gonna have to negotiate that. It is a stream of income coming in, and that would be kind of the most important part. You just running the finances so that you can get your own fucking place and get the fuck up out of there. That's really what you're looking for. And sometimes, I'm not saying to settle lesser or lower than what you want to do with yourself, because at the end of the day, you could start your own business as well. But you do need kind of a stream of income for that, is what I'm saying. Yeah. They say you do need more of a stream of income. They keep saying rich guy, rich girl, talking about potential sugar daddy. A potential sugar daddy coming in as well. That's what they're talking about. Little sugar. They're just trying to micromanage and they're stupid and they set me back. Yeah, well, this is where I say either it's a make it or break it situation. And if you want to go back, you can. If you don't want to go back, you start up something now. Don't want to involve with legal penalties and lawsuits they are pending. Then I will find something different. Something in a similar wheelhouse though as well. Like I feel like whatever gets you the most money in the shortest amount of time so that you can get up the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I know you have to stay there for the case and stuff like that with the baby dad, but you want to get the fuck up out of there and save up some money. A live spell on this guy. You don't even have to do no spell. What you mean? You don't have to do no spell. What you mean? What you mean the spell? Yeah, to a sugar daddy. I see that. I mean, I do see that. Depends on how you approach the situation, though. Like, if you approach the situation, you're like, yeah, I need some help. I feel like that, you know, I see a situation like that. Okay. Yeah, I need some help for things. For certain things. Once the case is over, I can move to North Carolina. Okay. A come to me spell, you won't even have to do that shit. You just show up to the room type shit. You just show up. You just show up. You can if you want. Does he have money? He has money that he'll give you. It doesn't mean he has money. He's not totally rich. He likes sexting and all that. Like I said, if you into that, yeah, just like creepy uncle vibes though. It's like creepy sex freak vibes. If you into that, I don't think you would have to touch him though. It's one of those old Social Security daddies. It is like that. And that's on him. Okay? If he's rich, then I will take it. Maya. Maya. I see you, Nabrisha. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get your bag up. There is no judgment coming from my direction. There is no shade, no judgment coming from my direction. Get your bag. Get your fucking bag. I take the money and leave. Get your money up. Get your bread. That's all I'm saying. I take the money and get the fuck up out of there. Just don't put yourself in danger is all I'm saying. And like I said, be safe about that shit. You know what I mean? Be safe. Did you have any other questions, Miss Charita? As long as you got money. Yeah, there is a sugar daddy situation coming up, though. There is. So, congratulations. Congratulations. Did you have any other questions? If he has a good car, I take that too, Maya. Nabrisha, what's your question? You can go ahead and post the question. Because I ain't never seen you before, so go ahead and post it. And I can give you a read. What's coming in for you? All of that. All of what I said, girl. Like anything in particular. Like the biggest thing that I see is the car situation. or figuring out mode of transport. It's potentially just like it could be car repairs or something like that, but they do talk about their mode of transport specifically. Okay, so they talk about the car situation. Yes, Maya, you can ask a question. Because I have read you before, though, I'm going to give the grace to the new folks first, and then I can hit you when I got space in me type shit. Excuse me. I did not mean to do that into the mic. I apologize. Yeah, again, they're talking about car specifically. My car going to break down? I don't think that's necessarily it. I think it's potentially that you might have to travel out for work type situation. Might be a traveling out for work, and you might be worried about the distance between you and work type shit, between your current home and then work. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't foresee an issue or a problem with a car. I don't foresee an issue. Yeah. I don't see an issue. But I have finances to get a new car. I'm going to say that it's not that. Like I said, I think it's just distance between you and work is kind of what they're putting emphasis on. Okay. So they're talking about between you and work. I know you don't. I know like a at home job is kind of like the staple. That would be like the staple for you. However, there is a job that you can take advantage of that's very close to you. So that's what they're talking about. And it's quite a bit different from what you've been doing. Could be like a supply store, beauty supply store, or something of that nature. It could be some sort of store or something like that. Or there's something just very close that they talk about maybe taking advantage of for you. And they're saying that you would get some extra finances on the side. Do you think it's a good idea to move to North Carolina? I hit it up here. Do I think that it's a good idea? Let's see. Yeah, they said the truth is complicated. They said that. Let's see. Is it wise to move to that area, to that location? They talk about specifically being a little bit more financially stable before you do. Okay? Because what I can kind of see from the situation. Oh, what is that? What I can kind of see from the situation, depending on where you move, because like I said, there's not a chosen place just yet for you. They talk about there being less job opportunities in some of these areas. If you're really, really planning on it, they say look at the job listings. Make sure you're super thorough about looking at what the fuck is there for you. Okay. Make sure you're very thorough. Secure yourself before you go is basically what they're saying. Make sure you have security before you leave so that when you walk into the situation, you're not completely fucking dumbfounded by the fact that some of these places it's just not going to have as many opportunities as where you're at now, which ain't shit, you know what I mean? That's what they're talking about. Okay? Yeah. That's what they're saying. Yeah. I plan on doing a business. Like I said, make sure the security is there, baby. Make sure you have your finances together. You might even want to start your business before you leave. I mean, like I said, you're in a position right now to where you can essentially do that, like start up planning. So I would do that. Okay, I would do that most definitely. I would do that for sure. Anything else they see? Like I said, potential sexting we're talking about. Potential sugar daddy. Yeah, potential sugar daddy situation. They said not to get attached to it. This person is also married. They talk about. Um, Nothing romantical type shit. Nothing romance related. I do feel like this is just about you and your journey and your daughter's journey and getting into the stable position. I feel like until there's stability, you feel uncomfortable with the idea of having somebody like that right this minute. So that's what they're talking about. It's like you want control of your own life first before you're serious about something like that. Okay. Yeah, they put emphasis on you and your daughter. You and your daughter. You see mother and daughter. Like I keep getting that card. Yes, I think you said that before. I would be nervous about leaving because I'll make money up here. Yeah. Secure yourself, girl. Secure yourself. My daughter, my child. Again, like, dude, it's just coming out in a different card. It's coming out in a different card. That's what's up. It's security. That's what you're seeking. Here, where my music go? You and your baby. So next up, hi Kareen or Karen. Karen. Where the hell did my music go? So I don't want to air out a person's government, but who sent me the 15 for the question? Who sent me the 15? Let me not air out your government. I can say D. I don't think I got to. Okay. I see you. The Gothic Empress. I see you. All right. So, what is your question? What is your question? Let me know. Sorry. Again, I hate fucking doing that shit in the mic. God damn it. Yeah. I sorry. I didn't want to air you out in case, like I said, some people are in situations. Hello. Hello, Denise. Gothic Empress. I hope you're doing well. Why does Samuel want the public to know that he's interested in dating me? All right. Why does Samuel want the public to know that he's interested in dating me? Let's put that music right the fuck back on. Okay. I can see. There's a piece of it, it's petty. It's so petty. What? Okay, so this is what I got. Sorry, I was channeling. So there's a strange situation between him and his ex. I feel like they have like show off vibes type shit. Like there's somebody in his past he likes to show off. Bro, he's a public figure. Yeah, it's not just about that, man. Like I already picked that up that he is attention seeking in some type of way. And I'm not gonna say that's a negative thing because, like I say, hey, hello, I'm right here. But I pick up on the fact that, like, the fact that he has no privacy, there's some connection here he has with an ex. I swear to God. I swear to God, it might be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. He likes to show off that he has like finances, that he has his own business. He likes to show off all these different things, but the reason why he likes to show off partners specifically is to irritate this ex. There's somebody from his past that I feel like he likes to show off to. I swear to God. There is this Pisces. Online, they talk about online persona. This is attention seeking. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this because it's something to do with like being spiteful or petty to a past person that he's already dealt with. And it's maybe because this person is also somebody who is online, an online persona in some type of way. If not online persona, this individual is just, like I said, he knows they're watching. He knows they're watching. That's what I pick up on. He knows they're watching and he likes that shit. It's so petty. It is so petty. And they talk about the hoes type shit. Like how he looks at women in general. And I'm not going to say it's all negative because I can see him being like, he's very attracted to you. He's like, I'm very fucking attracted to this girl. But how he looks at women is not necessarily what you would want for a solidified relationship, okay? This is a dude who is like, I can have anybody on my arm that I want. It's very confident and cocky in a way that is not like, oh, I'm just confident. It's like I can have whoever I want, whenever I want type situation. Then he's still looking, you know what I mean? If y'all are just talking, that's cool. Okay, if y'all are just in talking stage, that's cool. Maybe he is that way when he's outside of a relationship and he's just like, shit, I can have whatever bitch I want. I can talk to whatever bitch I want. Da 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 da. But if he's lying, that's a problem. If he's saying like, oh, I only want to talk to you, I only want to deal with you, he's lying because he is talking to multiple people. Okay, I want to clarify that. You know, if you were to ask him today and he was like, no, I'm only talking to you, girl. I'm talking to you. That's a damn lie. He is talking to multiple women. Okay. And like I said, it's more to show off that he's with a beautiful woman. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's showing off not only to all the other women, but then also to the ex. It's a water sign that he's showing off to most of all. And it's something to do with like rebelling, getting the vengeance out of him type shit. The vengeance. Dramatic ass dude, man. Yeah, the breakup, hard breakup. He went through a hard breakup or ex-wife situation. Whoever that was, he wants to show off that he's better than that. Like, he's doing better. It's like so pick-me ass dude. It's so pick-me. I hate that shit, man. It's triggering. Yeah, they said limit your contact. They said be careful. Be careful with this individual. Stuck in a cycle. Yeah, it's a weird place because I feel like, yeah, you know, there's genuine attraction there, but even on your end, you're super careful with how much of yourself that you're showing to him. Are you also somebody who's like kind of in that space as well? Like they talk about fashion with you, you know, you looking good, you doing your thing. You're also kind of in that in astrology. They said astrology. Are you also kind of in that space? Just be careful, like be as careful as you can be. You know, here's me being real. I don't see him changing that attitude just because he's in a relationship. Okay, I don't see that at all. So, just letting you know, he is somebody who he's very self-oriented. I don't see narcissist. I don't see that. I just see somebody who is very hurt and very insecure. Okay, not a narcissist. However, dramatic as fuck. Yes. Is he like a Leo or something? Like he's got very hurt vibes. Very petty, bitter ass vibes. It's interesting. Super interesting. That's just him. Exactly that. Exactly that. That's not a persona. That is who he is. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. He's said, okay. Yeah. See, that's something that I feel like that is something that I'm not going to say it's super common for a Sagittarius to do, because it's not. Not all Sagittarius are out in the open like that, and very showy offy. However, when they're running from so Capricorn tendencies make sense for his hustle, right? But it doesn't make sense for the rest of the shit that's going on, which is trauma based, which is he was in a bad connection, a bad situation with a lot of females. Okay, that's something that I feel like, you know, mommy issues, you know, comes in clutch here, right? I think that he has a tendency to like to run around and spread that he's a good partner and that he could be a good partner for women. But I also think that he doesn't know what that actually means. He doesn't know how to support a woman in an emotional factor. He doesn't know how to support a woman in what she wants. Okay. Capricorn be doing it too much for real. Hey, the hustle and grind is here. That's me. That's me. But I have a soft side. Taurus ascendant, Taurus moon. I'm all earth up in this bitch. But yeah, no, it's fucked up because, like I said, it's tragic. But you just, when you get with this individual, or if you're like, okay, I'm gonna just kind of overlook all this because you obviously still have a choice in all this. I really, really, really just, I warn you. I warn you, this does not change just because you're in a relationship with a motherfucker. It does not change. It is still the very same. Okay? He loves the spotlight. He loves rolling in that shit. And he's childish as fuck. He's petty as fuck. Okay? That doesn't change. He is like a child, bro. He is like a child. He acts childish as fuck. It's like a teenage drama and shit up in this bitch. That's what I feel like. I feel like Twilight up in this bitch. Your Taurus, rising Taurus moon, and Venus and Mars and Capricorn. Hey, hey, sister, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Just be careful. You don't play about money. I see that. It's great, but all the pettiness and shit, you can go away with that shit. And that's just me being genuine. If you want to see the cards, I can show you the cards. Hold up. Ace of Bibles in the reverse. Okay, somebody who doesn't believe in the confidence that they present on the outward. They're not a truly confident individual. Okay, they're not. Seven of Bibles in the reverse, so arm candy type shit. He likes a lot of arm candy. He's like, I can have whoever I want, whenever I want. Type shit. Worrying. Knight of Hellfires in the reverse. Somebody who is still learning themselves, learning how to emotionally communicate without manipulate, without the manipulation, without the like show. You know what I mean? Like you got to put on a show every time. The lover's in the upright. Yeah. Somebody who wants to be loved but fears that connection. The Hermit in the reverse though. So Virgo in the reverse. So this is somebody who, you know, gets a little bit of they get emotional when things don't go their way. They throw a fit. It's like when you walking by a store with a child and a child is like, I want that fucking candy, and they start bawling out. They start crying. Ten of Skulls in the reverse. Yeah. It's just somebody who is so childish. So childish. It's very petty. It's very petty. Not a family man. Whatever bullshit he's spinning, it's bullshit. They said yes. Anytime I get this card, I know I'm on the right track. Very childish. Up to you on how you want to deal with the situation. Like I said, I always leave that out for the individuals that are just like, okay, I don't know. You know, I kind of still want to see. Like, I never scold people on doing that. If that, because you doing that of your own volition. I just told you the situation, okay? If I tell you that's what's up, that's what's up. Now, don't come back here being like, well, it went really fucking bad and terrible. You actually, yes, come back here and tell me it was terrible. Okay? Come back here and tell me it was terrible. I'm always open for it type shit. I'm not gonna shut nobody down just because they don't listen. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You got the advice. You paid for it. I appreciate the support regardless. And also, we will not be making the same mistake next time. That's how it is. I'm patient, relatively speaking. My lips are getting a little dry. So Maya, what's up? I'm gonna listen, but still see what's up. Do your thing. Do you think that, like I said, what are you gonna fucking lose? As long as you don't get too close type shit, too hot, too close. What are you gonna lose? I feel like you're one of those who feels bad. Kind of feels a little bad. But it's cool. You're not gonna feel so sorry for a motherfucker. Feels a little bad. Maya, what was the question that you had? If you can repost, like I always suggest to people to copy your question because I don't always necessarily see it, and sometimes when the chat fucking moves up, it gets choppy. Playing with me right now because my sister was like, "There's somebody behind you." Post your question, Maya Rose. Maya Rose. Post your question. I got you. What's up? I have to say the vibes here are so cool. Thank you, Laurie. I appreciate it. And I love, see, here's the thing. I love nighttime reads. I feel like it's the best. I always have the most energy at night. That's why I'm like, why do I always fucking get on during the fucking afternoon or the day, man? I need to get on at night because that's when I have I have the biggest burst of energy. But then I'm like, oh, I have 5 million things to do. Maya, how does Nani currently feel about me from the conversation me and her had yesterday? Low key, it was freak as fuck. Freaky? How does she feel? You saying it was freaky? Eating you up inside? Let's see. Deep talk. Yeah, I mean, a lot of insecurity. I feel like, okay, yeah, there's still a lot of insecurity there. I feel like it's hard for Nani to feel like loose and comfortable fully because this is kind of the first time I feel like she's doing this. From what I see, this is the first time that she's doing this. So there is like insecurity behind that. Let's see. Embarrassed. Hot in the face. Embarrassed. I love night energy, me too. Embarrassed, a little embarrassed. Temperature. They said temperature is raising type shit. A little embarrassed. She's feeling embarrassed. A little scared. She also thinks about what she could have, like, what else she could have said. Like, I feel like she goes back in her mind. He's like, wait, should I have said that? Type shit. It's very careful. You know what I mean? Very careful, kind of like, I'm not gonna say naive. It's more like youthful energies. Like I should have gone back and said some shit like, oh, God damn it. That's what it is. I should have said something else. She's not being. I don't see anything here to where there's negative impact at all. Heart wants what it wants. I don't see any negative impact. Like I just see her being like, there's so many other things that I could have said, and goddamn, you know what I mean? It's like, goddamn, I should have said this. I should have said that. Just embarrassment, and in general, like I said, I don't see any bad or negative connotation. Best friend is the card I got just now. I don't see any bad or negative energy whatsoever. Okay, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I don't see anything negative. There's no one specific feeling. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different feelings. It's a lot of different feelings. It's good vibes. Good vibes. Happy go lucky. Getting closer to the full moon 2 seed. And you're exactly right, Malibu. Anytime nighttime hits, that's where my energy goes like. The Cappy energy hits harder. 2 months and I accidentally. That's cute. That's super cute. Yeah, she don't feel like you're laying it on thick or anything like that. She likes this shit. She thinks it's sweet. It makes her embarrassed. It makes her embarrassed. Freak come out at night. Here to party. I love it. It'd be so funny. Yeah, that's when I get crazy. When we talk tonight, will it be good? Will it be good? Yes. Literally, yes. Yes. It will be. Yes, it will be. I think it's the only answer type shit. Yes, you need it. Yes, it will. Yes. It'll go well. Freaks come out at night. Here to party. Bring your money. Here to get naughty. I'm probably thinking of a different song. I'm trying to manifest it. Manifest it. It's so sweet. I don't see any negativity. Will it be spicy? Will it be spicy? Yes. Will it be spicy? Yes. It will be spicy. Yes, it will be spicy. You already know what they said. Sexting. Yes, it will be spicy. It will be spicy. It's cute. It's on some cute shit. That's very cute, Maya. That's very cute. And yes, it will be spicy. Y'all will be talking about shit. They said sexting already, so it's gonna get spicy up in there. Malibu, you said check my finances. I got you. I got you. All right, let's change this song. That's a little too aggressive. Why is it? It keeps switching. I'll go from like the most chill, calm shit, connective shit, and then all of a sudden, boom. Come on now. All right. So finances, Malibu, finances. Let's use this hustle deck because it's got all the finance cards in there. Okay, if I don't drop every card on the floor, let me fix that up. These are hard as fuck to shuffle. We'll also use one of the decks that you got. So let's see. First card come out. What's the rush? They said. Let's see, what's this one? They said afraid of change. Okay. Relocating, home city, state, job, or business. What else? This is your year. Your full move. Be proud of yourself. I feel like what they're talking about when they say be proud of yourself is like the bounce back type shit. Be proud of yourself in that you're not paying off financial karma. There's another card I got. And what's on the bottom? What does that say? Teamwork. Debt free at last. Okay, so I think what they're talking about here, most of all, is that you are in a perfect situation to where you can actually branch out into a different line of work. That's what I feel like they're talking about. Okay. Now I could be totally wrong on that, but I don't think I am. Okay, I don't believe that I am. So let me get this other deck here. I want to get this other deck. And peep. Finances. Okay, if I can pull this up. Okay. Whoa. I'm sorry if that was loud. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. The Fool. Tower. I shuffled. Yeah. Damn. Message. Collaboration. So they're talking about teamwork here, and this is where I feel like, we've talked about it a couple of different times, but I'm gonna communicate it again because I do feel like it's important. You've been doing a lot of things alone, and I feel like that has been your journey thus far, is fighting through and having to do things alone. They talk about crazy ass ideas that get you into the right position. Right now, most of all, they're talking about your self-isolation. So they're like, okay, well, you've cut off people who are super dependent on you and have fucked with your shit. Okay, you've cut off the people who are getting on your nerves. I feel like you've already shut that shit down. That's good. Okay, that's a part of it. The deep depression and all that type of stuff, those are all like pieces of a greater whole, of like the people who are stressing you, who are putting you in a worse way than what's necessary, and cutting them off like fucking baggage type shit. That was necessary for you. That was necessary for your environment to change, for you to be in a better position, in a better space. Okay, so they talk about finances here. What are they saying? Yeah, if we're gonna fuck out again, I see somebody being able to help you get a job here. That's what I pick up on. A female helping you to get a job. Yeah, a female helping you get a job. Again, I pick up on that. Whoever this female is, they help you get a job. Could be a friend. Let's see. I help you get a different job. Let's see, what is this? Queen of Wands. Yeah. So to me, it feels like something that you haven't done before. Hence why there might be discomfort, I think, initially, just because it's not something you're completely familiar with. But you get your finances. Maybe it's like certification in some type of way. Like you have to certify yourself in another area in order to get this. But it's short. Okay? It's like short term. Like super short term. Or maybe it's just the training aspect that you're going to be focused on. When is this coming? Pisces season? March? February? End of February? Early March? End of February, early March is what I'm picking up on when the cold is done here. So that would be end of February, early March, or maybe even mid. I was thinking it would be Joe. Maybe it is, but like I said, wherever you're working at, there's a strong feminine energy that is going to be able to help you with the work. I'm not really certain at what they're talking about there. And like I said, it might not make sense until it just happens. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, I know the timing is going to be end of February, early March, maybe even mid-March. That's what I pick up on. Okay, so that's essentially what I'm going to say, is like it might not make sense until you get there. But like I said, I keep picking up on this feminine. They said period. They keep picking up on this feminine who's going to help you get a job in some type of way. And this could just be some sort of training. But I'm unsure at this period of time because they're not clarifying that. Okay, they're not clarifying. So I don't know. Realistically, I don't know. I just know that there is some sort of feminine here who helps you get your job. It could be a Libra. That's what they're talking about. She's going to help you with that situation. And maybe he just puts you on to this individual. And then they talk about court order or something to do with legal paperwork as well. That's going to be a situation. Legal paperwork, or maybe it's something that you refile when it comes to paperwork. Yeah, they said go harder. That's what they say. I feel like I'm pulling my hair out now. These people at this job is so disrespectful. Like today, this was the last straw. I'm ready to go. I feel you. Also, this will help you with whatever your car situation is or whatever your transport situation is. So they're talking about potentially you might have somebody who actually rides you to work type shit, or helps you ride to work type shit. If there's any car issues or anything like that, I just pick up on this female, this woman. Yeah, I just pick up on this friend or this woman in this workspace, in this workplace. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. That is what I am seeing. Yeah. Child support, so put somebody in child support that's a parent on the child support gets to file taxes for the child that resides with you. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I did. Even if they reside with you, it doesn't matter how far away they are. I've dealt with that in my own life about my own situation with my own parents. So I feel you on that. Very frustrating. But they talk about that court order or something like that, to something to do with court order or going back in and redoing some paperwork or something like that. There is some sort of way around a situation. So that's what they're talking about with you financially. Okay, that's what they're talking about in the finance zone. Opportunity. Yeah, it's an opportunity. What else we got? Again, that's like retraining or some sort of training. Okay. Okay. Yeah, celebration. Some type of training. I swear to God. Completion. Yes, it is crazy. It is fucking crazy as shit. Even though somebody else has your motherfucking, like, even though you have your kid type shit, even if you have authority over your whatever happens with your child, as long as there is some sort of, okay, you're on the birth certificate, it's on some fuck shit. It's on some fuck shit. But people get there's a thing like I know there's a way around it in some type of way, and that's just from my own personal experience. That is from my own personal experience. I'm not really sure what it is though. That was all my grandma. Might be time to file some more paperwork to put that shit in. Paid. He doesn't see her, but can now claim her. Yeah. Yep. That was the situation with my parent as well. But essentially, like I said, there is a way around it. And hopefully, in the next coming months, when you actually have the opportunity to have the fucking time to look into some of this shit, you can get it fucking done. You can get it fucking done. He isn't even on the birth certificate. Then, like I said, there's got to be something you can do about that. Then that's because that's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's insanity. He isn't on it, then fuck him. There's got to be a way around that shit where you can get some sort of support. Even if he is the baby father. If he's not on it, that's the problem. Because the baby lives with you, right? That is wild. Try to find somebody that has half a mind that can help me with a job that is a female, because it's gonna bother me until I find out who it is. I know it is. Cause you that type, you go looking. Cause you that type, you go looking. And there's nothing wrong with that too. There's nothing wrong with that. Start contacting motherfuckers. I don't think that anything will go bad. Again, court order. That has come up for you at the beginning of your reading. That came up about 3 or 4 different times. A court order. Something to do with court. Or something to do with like paperwork. That they just keep bringing that up. Each state decides what it will mandate. It differs from state to state. See, I didn't even know all that. I know how it is here in New York and how it is way down south in Florida. But I feel like you would have to also show proof of supporting that child in some type of way. I know it wasn't the case with my parental situation. That they don't really check on that shit type of shit. Only thing I got going on in this court is child support and disability. So maybe there's some paperwork that needs to be rechecked over or needs to be checked in on. I am in Florida. It's crazy. It is nuts. It is crazy. Haven't heard anything back from either. Yeah, I would check in on it. It's amazing what goes on. He said, yeah. Jesus Christ. They be on bullshit with people. I hate it for real because what the fuck? Yeah. Florida and anywhere down south from on this coast type shit is fucking terrible. And I say that with my whole chest. My girl from South Carolina, and it's no different there than it is in Florida, truth be told. In fact, it's worse, especially financially. It's on some bullshit. Once I filed my taxes, but that didn't pop up. I see. I might hop off, get some food, and get back on. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm like, or I can eat out here, but I kind of want to cook a little bit and then hop back on. If y'all go, are y'all gonna be up? Y'all gonna be up? Type shit. And y'all gonna be up? Cause I can feel my stomach. You gonna be up or what? Backlogged over a year. It's ridiculous, especially what's going on with the government. How, certain people are attacking southern states and states that are vulnerable. Bullshit. I'm trying to get out of an abusive household situation. I feel you, man. Maya, you said I am by Tampa. I see. I be up all night. Okay, bet. Because I be up all night too, and I'm gonna be up, type shit. I'm be up. I want to get back on so bad. I just want to get some food, snappy, cook up some shit, cook up some chicken and shit, and I'll be back on. Because I could. I mean, I could just put this shit on standby type shit for like an hour. I think that'd be a little disrespectful for people that are just popping in. So I just restart the stream and also change and shit, get a shower and shit, shower, shave, do my thing. If y'all feel like getting back on, you know what I mean? I'll be popping. I want to do my 6 hours type shit. At least get another 3 in. I love this shit. Been denied 2 or 3 times and have lawyers working on it. Call in the motherfuckers. Call in the motherfucker. You have multiple lawyers working on it. Can do anything because if I do, because of my past, I can go to jail because of it. Person who hits me switches up because of my past. I see, Maya. Well, I'm sending energy and love out to you and financial success out to you so you can get the fuck up out of there. I feel you. All right. Happy to know you have legal representation hanging there. Yeah. So, yeah. Malibu like, hanging there, motherfucker. I've been hanging in. Yeah, maybe you gotta check up on some of that shite stuff. I'll be right back. Like I said, y'all, I just want to get some food so I can get a little energy up in here, and then I'm gonna switch up. We're gonna come back in fully equipped with the energy. I'll be right back, y'all. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. I'll be right back. Like gang shit. See, Maya, we coming from the same spot. alcoholic. I feel you, Maya. I feel you.